Hate merch. Hate merch. Hey. Hate merch. Hate merch. Yeah. They said that hoodie looks a little too mean. That sticker on your truck caused the whole scene. That coffee mug offended somebody online. Now they're writing essays about a t-shirt design. They call it hate merch. They call it a crime. Been talking about it for a real long time. But every complaint just helps us sell. Keep ringing that bell. Keep ringing that bell. They say don't buy it. Don't wear it around. Then they share the link all over town. Come buy your hate merch at dustparanormal.com. Yeah, the hats are hot and the hoodies are strong. Come buy your hate merch at dustparanormal.com. If they still complaining, we'll just sing along. Dust devils all night long. Dust devils all night long. They called the pillows hateful too. Guess they ran out of things to do. The tumblers, shirts, and stickers got blamed. Funny how the merch gets famous when it's named. Every posting, every rant turns into free advertisement. The louder they yell, the more we grin. Thanks for helping us reel them in. They say don't click it, don't shop that store. Then they tell 1,000 people more. Come buy your hate merch at dustparanormal.com. Yeah, the hats are hot and the hoodies are strong. Come buy your hate merch at dustparanormal.com. If they still complaining, we'll just sing along. Dust busters, dust devils standing side by side, having fun and enjoying the ride. Passion over profit, that's the way we roll. Can't cancel a channel with a rock and roll soul. Come buy your hate merch at dustparanormal.com. Grab a shirt, grab a sticker. Come and sing this song. Come buy your hate merch at dustparanormal.com. The more they complain, the more we carry on. Just devils all night long. Dust devils all night long. Hate merch. They call it hate merch. We call it merch. See you at dustparanormal.com. Hate merch.
Important disclaimer. Before we begin, please note that all statements, claims, accusations, opinions, and commentary discussed during this live stream are allegations only unless independently verified through official public records. Nothing stated by third parties should be interpreted as established fact unless explicitly confirmed. Dust Productions / Dust Paranormal do not endorse, adopt, or affirm the opinions, allegations, claims, theories, or conclusions expressed by any individuals, channels, videos, clips, guests, callers, or chat participants featured, discussed, or reacted to during this broadcast. The views and opinions expressed by commentators, callers, guests, or members of the live chat are solely their own and do not reflect the views of Dust Productions or Dust Paranormal. Any guests appearing on this live stream are speaking in their personal capacity only, and their statements should not be interpreted as representing the views or positions of this channel. Any discussion involving criminal matters is presented for commentary, public interest discussion, and entertainment purposes only. To the best of our knowledge, no criminal convictions have been established in relation to the allegations discussed unless explicitly stated and publicly verifiable. Additionally, any jokes, satire, parody, comedic commentary, impressions, or humorous statements made during this live stream are intended strictly for entertainment purposes. They are not meant to be taken as factual assertions, nor are they intended to harass, defame, demean, or intentionally harm any individual or group. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage everyone to conduct their own research using publicly available information and verified sources. Now, let's get into the live stream.
When the rumors
start flying, and the clips get cut. Somebody twists the story, leaves the truth in the dust. You hear wings overhead, then a monkey drops in, looking totally clueless, with a crooked little grin. Dust Devil laughs.
Here comes Doug.
Scratch starts cackling.
He's fired up.
Who floats over?
Who are we chasing?
Fan owl sighs. The irrelevant ones again.
Doug flies in whenever the nonsense begins. When somebody's reaching or stretching the facts, he's the first one arriving, even if he doesn't know why. The Dust Devil crew is ready to roll, and Doug somehow
always steals the show. Dust Devil. Doug.
Did you even hear what happened?
No.
We know.
Did you hear that? Impossible. He came back. Dust is back. Dust is back. Dust is back. Hear the siren scream. Nightmares waking from a broken dream. Smoke in the sky and the fire burns black. Everybody panic. Dust is back. Truth hits harder than a thunder attack. No retreat and no looking back. The devil's laughing while the speakers crack. Better run now. Dust is back. Raise the horns, light the flame. Everybody shouting out the name. Dust is back. Dust is back. Kick the door off the wall. Shaking, 'cause dust is back. We don't disappear, we reload the clip, turn the volume up, let the speakers rip. Oh, demons in the shadows yelling, here we go. Every single headline stealing the show. Hoops hit the floor, hear the chains all drag. Every heartbeat waving that dust flag. From the underground straight into the light, we're bringing the fire every single night. Dust is back. Dust is back. Dust is back. Dust is back. Come and get the smoke. Dust is back. Dust is back. Come and get the smoke. Dust is back. Dust is back. Louder than the thunder in the sky. Dust is back. Dust is back. Never gonna fade and never die. Raise your fists, raise them high. Let the whole world testify. Dust is back. Hey. Dust is back. Hey. Dust is back. Dust is back. Dust is back. Dust is back.
So I'm seeing in the chat that the stream is buffering for some of you guys. I don't see any problems here. It says the stream health is excellent. I don't have any drop frames in OBS. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully you guys can see me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But everyone, welcome back to Dust Paranormal. I've been gone for a little while. Yeah, who knows? Who knows what the problem is? Hopefully everything works out okay. Anyways, so I was gone for a few weeks because we had some really crazy storms, some tornadoes in my area, caused some damage, and so I was like working on some cleanup. There was no way I was going to be able to afford everything, and there's actually like a couple trees fell over in the yard. There's still some there right now. Mostly they're all cut up. Mostly they got to be picked up and carried away. I did have a donations button on my website to help with like storm damage cleanup, and a couple people donated. It was just enough to cover it, and I closed it out. I appreciate it. So we have that, and I'm gonna be a rolling billboard here for a moment. So thank you. It's good to be back. I missed all you guys too. I'm low energy today, guys, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this. All right. So the link to dustparanormal.com is pinned in the chat, and we do have a new character, the flying monkey. He's just known as Doug. I wonder why he's called Doug. You know, people want to talk about flying monkeys. Well, we needed a flying monkey. So everyone, welcome Doug. I don't have it. He's not animated on OBS. So like, if you look at, we have an issue. And the issue is this. If you look, like, this is full. You know, I'm gonna have to figure something out. Maybe remove myself and I can put the monkey in the corner where I was. Who knows? And I have to have a few more animations that I got to make so that our characters will fit. But anyway, we got this 3x3 inch sticker. You can get your Doug 3" by 3" sticker at dustparanormal.com. He looks cool. He's also on a Tumblr. So you can get them on a Tumblr right now. Those are the only two items I made. I don't want to make too much more merch because at the end of the month, guys, everything on my website is getting clapped. So if you want something from my merch store, like if you've been thinking, oh, I'm going to get a little bitch shirt, I'm going to get a Dust Paranormal shirt or a Trash Tuber shirt, or something, you know, or if you're wanting one of these hoodies, get them now, because at the end of the month they're gone and there's going to be nothing but Halloween merch on my site. All right, after Halloween I'll probably make some new designs. I might bring some old ones back, but you never know. Okay, so click the link on dustparanormal.com, get your merch there. You know, and soon I'll be set up and we'll have some cool stuff for Doug. You know, because we have this, you know.
Looks like I'm not the only pussycat in here.
Oh! I mean, who? Huh?
So, I mean, we do have a couple of the characters animated. I need to get an animation for the Phant Owl and the Dust Devil, you know, and they're all gonna say something so that they can just pop up every now and again, you know.
Oh! I mean, who? Huh?
So, but yeah, go to get your merch at dustparanormal.com while you can before the Halloween stuff drops. If you don't care, then like, you don't have to buy nothing. Now, obviously, a lot has happened since I've been gone, and I'm gonna have to play catch up. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try to do some more streams than usual. I'm gonna try. We'll see how that works. If my health will allow me to do it. But you know, originally I was going to cover this live with the Side-Eye Guy answering your questions. Side-Eye Guy, what do you think of all the Stevi accusations that have been going around? Now, obviously, Side-Eye Guy could not help himself. He had to obviously comment on that, and you know, a lot was said on this. Maybe eventually I will do a reaction to this. I did reach out to Stevi and I did reach out to Seg, and I asked for statements from both. I have received statements from both. Am I going to talk about this today? No. I got to play catch up. So this will be coming down the pipe eventually. Abis sometime did pay to ask the question. Yeah, you know, you gotta wonder. I won't say nothing. I know how to control myself most of the time. All right, well, let's see here. A simple no comment, but thank you for the super chat would have been fine. Oh, no. You know, Seg has to weigh in and you know, whatever. Too bad. I think it's a bunch of bullshit, but see, I mean, yeah, someone did ask the question. The effing ghost. Yeah, I gotcha. Hello to T-Bex. Hello to Zombie. Paranormal Brew. Kells Bells. What's up, everyone? All right. So, the dramatic, uncouth, trite channel, slanderous trite channel needs to cover something. Cass, glad you're back with the 199 super chat. Thank you so much. It's good to be back. I wish I had more energy. However, you know. Oh, I know, Dusty, but you know, I know. Seg uses problematic language, so I just don't care what he has to say. The Buell of it, you know, a lot of people had a lot of things to say about Stevi, even Ryan Buell. And it's no secret that I don't like Ryan. You don't like me. Whatever. But, of course, he has to say something now. That means I'm gonna cover it, you know? So, We have that too. Something happens in the paranormal community, I'm gonna cover it. I may not get to it right away, you know. Sometimes I'm dodging tornadoes, or sometimes my freaking health, you know, is not there. So, but we got to talk about what do we have here? Proud member of the Dust Devils. That's right. Yeah, if you're a member, I think you get like, I don't know how many free super chats you get. I think it's like one a month, maybe one a like, I think so. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I need to address, and I wasn't going to address it because I just whatever. We have Zombie J, welcome to the Dust Devils. So, yeah, damn, it's been a month of memberships. Yeah, we've been monetized for a little while here. So I wasn't going to address this because I left the Power Ranger community. Just because it's boring and I don't care. Like, I just don't care. And then my computer's got to give me some stupid shit. Hold on. All right. So I don't care what's happening over there. I don't care to see it. I don't care what they have to say. I don't care if they're talking about me. Now there are some people that were in my camp. You know what? I'm still going to consider them in my camp. Like they want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about them. Like, I don't have to be in that situation. There's no hard feelings. It's all good. With they know who they are. It's all good. Even if you don't think so. Scarborough dropped 5 memberships. Paranormal Brew. What does that say? Derping? I'm horrible with names. And then you talk about like handles, it's worse. Welcome to all the new members. Holy crap. T-Bax, much love to you and all that you do. I appreciate it. Yo, I think you guys really did miss this, huh? So did I. For those of you who are lucky enough to be in my Discord, you know, you can catch me pretty much every night. You know, unless you leave for no reason. Or maybe there's a reason and then you just don't tell me or don't respond to me. But it's okay. It's, you know, it really doesn't bother me. You know? All right. So, what the? Zombie J feeding the gift. I think maybe you grift. Because I don't want the smoke. You just don't want to smoke. You know, here's the thing, guys. There was someone that released a video. It was like yesterday, I think, or the day before. I don't know. I'm not subscribed to this channel anymore because dude never uploads. Fear the Living something. I don't know. He literally, you know, and I'm just saying that to be an asshole. He literally uploaded this video, took a bunch of screenshots from my Discord and posted them all out of context. And that's awesome. And I'm gonna prove one thing that was taken out of context. And if you take one thing out of context, what else did you leave out of context in your video? And I'll get to it. You know, let's see. I gotta look at my docket here. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just do this now. It should be in here. Oh, it's actually not in where it's supposed to be because I just don't want to smoke. I just don't want to smoke. And I'm going to explain the smoke, guys. Some people know when I say you don't want to smoke. People think that I'm talking shit. Well, sometimes I guess I am. But for the most part, I'm not. It's a joke. Now, someone took a screenshot of this, of me saying Seg don't want to smoke, and said that I was a fucking lapdog or something, or flying monkey for fucking Florio. Go fuck yourself. Because you were in my Discord. You have been in voice chats where me, Co, Rudy, Zombie, and other people were in, and you've seen the tabs in my Discord, and when we say someone doesn't want the smoke, it's a fucking joke from the Power Ranger community of this idiot called Havoc Warlord who thought he was going to cover the drama in the Power Ranger community and couldn't handle the smoke. And literally he uploads this video and goes, I'm King Havoc Warlord. I can't, I'm not gonna be covering drama anymore because I don't want to smoke. I'm just gonna do my own thing on my channel. Like, and so when we say whoever doesn't want the smoke, it's a joke and a fucking callback to that fucking moron. Like, it's just a joke. And other people, like, here's Rudy. Rudy don't want to smoke. You don't want to smoke. I've told other people. Zombies told people that. I guess Florio don't want to smoke either. Oh my god, I wonder whose flying monkey I am now because I just said Florio doesn't want the fucking smoke. Really don't want the smoke. And look, and that was 6:15. Forgot Cole wanting smoke. I want the smokes. I want the smoked whatever. Tornado just doesn't want the smoke. It's a motherfucking joke, dumbass Chris. And you knew that. And you decided to fucking take this and say, Seg, Dust is saying you don't want to smoke. You know, I have said numerous times on my fucking live streams that if Seg, anytime I have talked about Seg, and he will show up, like he has shown up and he has clicked my link because he's not afraid to click my link. But you know who was afraid to click my link? You, Chris, when Florio was up. Seg had no fucking problem clicking my link. He has no fucking problem confronting me in the past. So this is just a stupid fucking joke, and you took it out of context. So you get the stupid award for the year. The out of context award. I'll take it back. I'm sorry. You get the out of context award. Literally. So if you took this out of context, or showed it out of context, what else? What else did you post in that fucking hour-and-a-half video that was out of context? Good fucking God. And we're not watching that fucking video. And you know what? Even though you're being stupid right now, Chris, I'm gonna tell you, like, that fucking hour-and-a-half video, I told you when you were in my fucking Discord, I'm like, well, dude, you got a problem, you should drop a fucking video. How many fucking months has it been? Also, what the fuck? I would have fucking told you to break that shit up. Like, I'm gonna be reacting to one of my videos that's like way too long, an hour and a half. We're gonna speed it up. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. But it's like, dude, don't be fucking posting an hour and a half fucking video, especially if it's something exposing people. Like, you need to break that shit up. But it's okay, because you know, he took some stuff and showed it out of context. So I didn't watch the whole fucking thing. I didn't need to. Showing shit out of context, trying to fucking start shit. Literally, people that like that. I got that stupid song, "You Don't Want the Smoke." Like, it's a fucking joke. If people want to get upset over that, they can hit that unsubscribe button on my channel and not watch my shit anymore. And you know what? I'm fine with it. Fuck it. But, you know, they might do that, but they're still gonna fucking watch because they can't fucking look away. Chris is all bent out of shape, and I wish I had the screenshot. There was some message I saw where Chris literally said, "I lost Florio. Now nobody's gonna watch me." I know that people can find that. It's somewhere. He literally fucking said that. That's why you're so fucking upset over the Florio thing. But whatever. So, it is what it is. You took something in my fucking Discord, showed it out of context, and said I said that just to be Florio's flying monkey, when it's been a running joke in my Discord forever. Since my Discord was created, before I was even making paranormal content again. So, yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. And I know everybody in here, like, hey, yep, he outed victims by name and two, and luckily didn't get more because I deleted my messages. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Apparently Discord calls and daily voice notes isn't communication. Apparently I need to call him on a rotary phone to appease him. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. You know how often me and Florio talk? Maybe once every couple weeks. And it's just because I'm going through shit, she's going through shit. I think we talked last night for a little while. People want, oh, I'm her flying monkey. Well, I wish I had the animation for the flying monkey. I don't have it yet. So for everybody that was upset over me saying Seg doesn't want the smoke, we all know if Seg was upset or wanted to say something, he would fucking say something. I know that. Y'all know that. The I don't want the smoke, or someone else doesn't want the smoke, is a fucking running gag in my channel. So, nice try, Chris. Taking something out of context to, you know, make a narrative. Because you did that, who knows what else is fucked up in that video. So, yeah, sometimes we talk every day and sometimes we don't. It's all good. We do fight and bicker. Florio's like my little sister. All right. There was somebody made a comment here. Somebody, before we get into it, someone made a comment. Was like, are Dust and Florio together? And like me and Florio are looking like no, we're like brother and sister. Like that's like fucking nasty. Like no offense. Florio's very beautiful, but she's like my sister. I think of her like a sister. She thinks of me as the fucking crazy brother. Like it's so good. That's what we are to each other. So just clearing that up for all the fucking weird people out there. Well, apparently the whole dozen of us are narcs and bad people, but he is a saint. Yeah. Also, I'll say Chris needs to work on his thumbnails. Like that was supposed to be a shot at all of us or some people, and it wasn't. It was just sad. Why do they always do that to you? They would say the same with Exactly, Dynamite. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, we do. Like there are there are times where we'll be in voice chat and literally like people will be like Jones, she'll be like, you two are gonna stop right now or you're going to your rooms or you're grounding, and I'm like, no. Yeah. So I guess it is what it is. That was another running joke. It is what it is. If you say that, like you're fucked. I say it too sometimes. Yeah, the sound in his video, dude. Fix the sound in your video. Go in your video editor, and there should be a volume control, and you should be able to crank it up. All right, you guys ready to talk about this person, Lord something, LordBiegel?
Whoa! I mean, who? Huh?
So LordBiegel obviously uploaded this video, time to change Paradrama. And you know, he said a few things. I just want to make some comments. And you know, I think it's because he posted this because a lot of shit's been going on. You know, people have been taking shots at Stevi from Truth or Demons podcast. You know, including, you know, maybe some former irrelevant colleagues of hers. But anyways, you know, and of course Ryan Buell made his post, and we are going to talk about that. There's a few things I'd like to say about that. But LordBiegel did this video. We're going to react to it. We need my commentary, right? Y'all want my commentary. Definitely. That's why you're here. Y'all have probably seen this. We're gonna speed it up though, because I don't normally watch you know, videos like this, but anyways. He is a Mason apologist. Who the fuck is Mason? Like what?
Whoa! I mean, who? Huh?
I don't know who that is. All right, let's watch this.
Hello, everybody. Beagle here. I know I don't do pre-recorded videos basically ever. Usually it's only live stream content. This is going to be a little bit different. Some of you may know that I've been doing a number of collaborations as of late with various people across the paranormal community, right? CARTS, Heart Mode Horror. I've done stuff with Joe Vitale pretty recently. Now, I've talked to these people a lot in collaboration videos, in live chats, and I've also talked to them privately a number of times, and more people beyond that. I've spoken with Crow and Beardo. I've spoken with Calandra. I've spoken with Mayo, who usually is on streams with me and whatnot, about a number of things, right? Right now, there's a lot of despicable and deplorable things going on throughout the paranormal communities.
He isn't wrong about that.
Not communities. Because we're becoming very, very separated from each other.
That's true, but there are reasons for it.
These gigantic schisms being created, and all this animosity and distrust and issues.
Yeah, maybe all of that's happening, when you say that someone is a dramatic, uncouth, trite, slanderous channel, that could cause a rift.
I tend to stay away from a majority of...
You try to stay away from it. That's funny. I didn't know that you're a comedian.
Of the quote-unquote drama that goes through. I talk about it if it affects people I care about, if it affects potential feelings of various groups, right? If there's something really bad for the paranormal community, I will sometimes mention it. I will mention that someone else mentioned it. I will react to someone else's thing. I will cover it a little bit in one of my live streams. I don't normally do many videos covering drama per se.
That's what you talk about. You do the same thing I do, and you can't deny it. And lately you've been talking about it on J-Cart's channel with them, which is fine. But you can't say that you can't fucking get in the mud and then complain that you're getting fucking muddy. All right? You're covering this shit just like I do. There's no way around it.
Because I don't. Maybe, if lucky at all, 10% of all the videos I have on this account are regarding that. Recently, I did a collaboration with CARTS and Heart Mode Horror, and we talked about some of the drama involving Jason Hawes, involving Stevi, the fact that they are kind of being targeted by other individuals. And in that same vein, I also tried to be neutral and say, well, it could be out of emotion. There were a number of other individuals who did attack these people at various times as well. And when this continual back and forth attacking ends up happening, it doesn't lead anywhere good, right? I've had more than my fair share of individuals not liking me. Current, past, future, I'm fairly positive. It is what it is. In reality, I have nothing against the people that really don't care for me. I just do my best to ignore you. I do my best not to associate with you. And that maybe is where we should try to head. Now, I know people are like, well, we got to defend ourselves if people are, pushing us and shoving us. I'm like, that's your prerogative, man. If you feel like you need to defend yourself, then by all means defend yourself. Just do not be...
I don't need to defend myself in this with you because you do the same thing I do. I'm just more of an asshole about it. And I think we can all agree on that. It's just, you want to think that you're better than other people. Oh, I don't cover the drama unless I have to.
Be surprised if backlash happens for doing that as well. The problem I see with all of this attacking back and forth, backlash between people, actually people, locations, communities, organizations, it's not assisting the paranormal in getting anywhere. Yes, things are being called out. Yes, grifters and scam artists and con artists get called out. They get shown for what they are. That part is amazing.
Good.
It's the rest of it that doesn't help.
What is the rest of it? You should have elaborated.
And I mean, really doesn't help. People are being banned from communities for having a different opinion. People are being banned from locations because they can't say outright that a place is haunted like everybody else. People are being stalked. They're being harassed. They're being literally...
People are being banned because they're saying places aren't haunted.
Bullied via online forums. Hell, you have people probably sitting in your various discords who actually despise you, and they're just sitting there waiting for you to say something stupid, to get that little clip, to get that screenshot. Now, I've dealt with this stuff. I've helped people through a lot of things, and people have noticed that I'm trying to stay relatively neutral on just about any of these topics. I do have my own biases to them. I do have my own opinions, but I try to play devil's advocate and give a potential reason as to why some of these things are going on. And I also try to say, well, you need to be prepared for this if you release this. If we as a paranormal community want anything to go any further than where it has over the last, let's say, 20 odd years, right? All this attacking via social medias in all forms is hindering any potential progress.
Does it hinder progress? Does it, what hurts? Let me ask you guys, what hurts the paranormal community? Is it people that do ghost hunts, get their little fucking EVPs and their whatever else that they catch, and they go, this is proof that was a ghost, it's whatever. Oh, I got an EMF spike, there's definitely a ghost there. Is it people hurting the paranormal community that don't debunk? They just catch all that stuff. They don't research the place. They don't try to debunk or recreate something, and they just go along with what other people catch. I think that's what hurts the paranormal community. And then people get upset when people like Beardo or Florio or any of these debunkers. I'm not a debunker. I'm just an asshole. Like when they do their debunk videos, it's the people doing these investigations that are getting butt hurt. And that's the problem. Now, it's not like, another thing too is like drama sells. Okay. Drama is what people watch me for the drama. The debunkers maybe they don't realize it, maybe they do, but when they do their debunks, that's a bit of drama. You're disproving or proving, depending upon what it is, and it's going to cause a bit of drama. So people love drama. Now, can drama go too far? Yes. Have I gone too far in the past? I think everybody can say yes. Everybody in the chat can type yes, I have. And hence why I have changed a lot of how I approach things. But I'm still going to give commentary on stuff. So let's continue.
Now, if you ask me if I believe in spirits, I'm going to say not the way you probably imagine them. I don't believe in angels. I don't believe in demons. Right? I believe the Bible of my own Catholic faith is allegory. They are stories to teach us something, to give us a sense of morality. It is a tool to help people in some way, shape, and form. That is what religion has always been to me. And a lot about the paranormal is behind belief. Sometimes it is belief in a religion, but it is belief all the same. And belief is a very powerful tool. And right now, my belief is if we continue down this destructive path of assaulting each other verbally, on online, in videos, in comment sections, live streams, we're never going to get the answer of, is there something beyond what we perceive? And that's the question we all ask. Is there something beyond what we perceive? Is there?
This is my personal opinion. You will never be able to prove scientifically, you will never be able to scientifically prove that there is life beyond death. 100% proof. You will not ever get that. Now, you could have like a near-death experience, or maybe you died and you came back, or maybe you had some other type of paranormal experience, but that is a personal experience. So I've had personal experiences. Beardo literally just talked about seeing a ghost and said, hey, don't take my word as proof. I'm not saying it's proof. He told you his story. You can believe it or not believe it. He really doesn't give it. He doesn't really give a shit. It's about like being going out and doing paranormal investigations is about you going out and finding the answers for yourself, for experiencing it yourself. It's like investigating in the paranormal. They think it's just, some people think it's just some game. It's actually a journey that you will go on, and not everybody has the same journey. Not everybody is going to come to the same conclusions. Some people are going to investigate and go, this is a bunch of bullshit. So so all right, let's continue on.
There a potential life after our demise, right? That's what we're all searching for. And one of the big things is like investigative equipment that gets a whole lot of conversation, which causes even more drama to come about. I'm with a number of different investigators and content creators. I say let's just get rid of the EMF stuff, right? Get rid of the electrical magnetic field equipment, the ones that just detect it. Get rid of that. Go back to old school. Go back to things that, oddly enough, would have been used a little bit during the days of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Not the psychic mediumship, not that stupidity, because I don't believe in that either. Physical things. Things that move.
So as much as I hate EMF meters, listen, this piece of shit, this is an EMF meter. I keep this around as a reminder that some things are just a gimmick. This thing is designed to pick up electromagnetic fields. You know what I might use this for someday? Maybe looking for some electrical wires on my wall or something. Who knows? But literally, these things, I don't think these things work at all. You might believe otherwise. And you can say all you want, let's get rid of the EMF meters. I actually agree. It'll never happen, because you're going to have those people that are like, no, my meter went off and I believe. Like, okay, I can put my phone by that meter and make it go off. Is my phone a ghost then? Too many variables.
That would be the only thing we could document and everything else. Now, regarding Ed and Lorraine Warren, they deserve this bit of credit. This is the only credit I will give them. They put into so many people a thirst for the truth. They assisted in people developing a creative process towards what spirituality could actually.
Literally, I just said that shit. Like, I was like, I eventually might use this to find some wires in the wall or maybe some fucked up shit. I actually have another EMF meter in my toolbox that I use for like wiring and shit. So Florio is correct. Little sis, because she's younger than me, is correct.
Be this idea of communicating with the other side in the modern age. That's what they did. They deserve credit for that. Some of the other things I don't think they should be credited for, right? Did they do some heinous things according to the evidence? Yeah, they probably did. Are people happy by that? No. Emotions get high when you attack someone's family, when you attack someone's legacy. It's going to happen no matter what. But we are...
I don't care if Florio's yelling. She can yell all she wants. It's all good. She's allowed to yell. It's pretty much say almost whatever she wants in my chat. Because she, yeah, whatever. And she's a mod. So... yeah, see? All right, let's go.
A budding field, whether people like the term, you know, pseudoscience or not, because there is no real set standards for investigation, because the paranormal phenomena could be extremely rare. We don't know. It could be happening all the time, and we're just missing it. We do not know. But because it is in that pseudoscience realm, we have to focus more so on the techniques that we use, the devices that we carry, the form in which we investigate. I think more so than attacking each other based on whether or not you liked someone who was on TV or not. I've stated this a few times to people privately and publicly. Jason Hawes is a very huge name in the paranormal. I've watched Jason for 20 odd years. I used to watch.
And that's why people are so upset that Jason let Stevi on his platform, which we will get to again a little bit.
Ghost hunters back in my teenage years with my cousin at her house when they did lives and they had the big red button to push if something happened. We watched that. We were there when it was happening.
No, Florio, you can't have a yelling break. I changed my mind because you don't want the smoke. Who else doesn't want the smoke? Isabel Designs doesn't want the smoke either. Zombie J doesn't want the fucking smoke either. Neither does Paranormal Brew. None of y'all want the fucking smoke. Kells Bells, she don't want the smoke either. None of y'all want the smoke. Apparently, you know, I'm telling everybody they don't want the smoke. Holy shit. Who's flying monkey am I now? Yeah, nobody wants the fucking smoke. All right.
I got to see him go through all these places. I got to see him and Grant and Hornois and Dave Tango and Steve Gonzalez. I got to watch all of them, okay? I fucking loved watching them. I still go back and watch some of the old episodes because I really enjoyed it. Does that mean I'm going to bow down to Jason if he says something? No, I'm not.
I don't fucking bow down to anyone. Jason Hawes is like, he's cool in my book. I don't care. Like, I've said this before. I don't care if you've been on a damn TV show before or not. I don't care if you've been in a movie or not. Like, let's take a TV show, for example. I'm a fan of the show Supernatural. Like, yeah, would it be cool to meet Jared and Jensen? Sure. But I'm not gonna fucking worship them. And I don't agree with everything they fucking say and do. People idolize others way too easily.
I have certain issues with him. I've got certain issues with Zach, and I've watched Zach for entertainment for years as well. Almost every single episode Ghost Adventures has ever pumped out, I've probably watched. I've watched their ghost calls. I've watched their house calls. I've watched their spooky story time where they go back and watch from their big movie theater thing, right? I've watched all of it for entertainment. I've watched documentaries about Ed and Lorraine Warren and their investigations. I've watched the Hoser Files. I've watched a number of things involving so many different people from hauntings all around the world because I've always been invested in it. But I don't have to agree with all of it. I don't have to like every single person.
Nope.
The communities that follow certain individuals are becoming extremely volatile. People can have it.
Is he talking about the Dust Devils, guys? Is he talking about the Dust Devils? If you're a member, put some Dust Devils in the chat, all right? You got the Dust Devil emoji. If you know, go ahead. If you're a member, throw some Dust Devils up in there.
Difference of opinion, you don't need to go after them for it. If you yourself allow things to go on that are not okay, yeah, you should probably own up to it a little bit. I've owned up to having things go on that weren't really okay. And I own up to it by keeping that stuff public. People can still find it. It's still there. We talked about the handles, right? People say if you use an alias or use a handle or you hide your face, you conceal yourself in any way, shape, or form, you're being disingenuous. My family, we don't use our names. Like at all. I use my handle. I'm Beagle. And I'm that to a lot of people. They rarely.
So, yeah. So Ryan Buell saying, oh, people not using their freaking real names for YouTube or whatever. When YouTube's, listen, you guys don't know. I've been on YouTube since the beginning of YouTube. Okay. My paranormal team used to upload our investigations to YouTube. I know a lot of OG YouTubers from back in the day. The YouTubers that would do like cover songs and shit. Dave Days, Kimmy Smiles, Daystorm, like all those people. Oh, they didn't use their real fucking names. Well, of course not. Because there are a lot of creepy people on the internet, which we all know that there are. Yeah, so I do agree with this. Like, no, you don't have to use your real name.
Ever use my name. Hell, my own wife doesn't even use my first name, ever. My father only says my first name if he is in trouble or if I am in deep shit, okay? Handles are fine. Nicknames are completely okay. People use them all the time. And to go after someone because they have a handle, or to go after someone because they were, let's say, a sex worker, or because they did do drugs at one point in time, there's no reason to go after them for that. If they've gotten themselves...
Fun fact, some of you probably know, some of you don't. YouTube originally was a video dating site. So...
clean, if they're moved on with their life, if they're in a different place in their life, leave them the hell alone. Judge them on what they're doing now, what they're presenting now. No one wants to be judged on their past, man. We are the worst judges, man. I judge myself so harshly for some of the stuff I've done in my past. I tell everyone all the time, I am not a good person. Doesn't matter how much money I donate, doesn't matter how many people I help, doesn't matter how much effort I put in to secure my family's happiness and safety and security, right? I know what I've done in my past. I know how much it hurts me to remember. And I know I'm going to judge myself far more severely than any other person on this goddamn planet.
He's not wrong about this part.
Leave people alone for that. That's not pursuing anything in the...
Sex worker. I didn't hear him say sex worker. Think the Heavis T-Bex isn't my real name. Yep, YouTube was the Wild West. Well, on Dust Paranormal, it's the frickin' Thunderdome, aka the Dusty Dome, aka the Wild West. We do judge Buell based on what is I don't know what that is. What he's doing now. Gotcha. Also, they used to do video replies. Yep, video responses is what they were called. Change your scene. Thank you. To see what happens when I'm gone for so long. But do you really, like, some people really don't want to see what I'm actually reacting to.
Paranormal. That's just discrediting people and attempting to silence them for no reason other than you don't agree. If you don't agree, show why. Show why you don't agree and then move on. That's what we have to do. Even investigators do that. They bring up whatever they can, they allow their viewers or their community to decide what it all was, and then they move on. They go to the next house. They go to the next location. They go to the next piece of equipment, the next story. You have to just move on. If you are in a group and you are doing things out of hatred, you're doing things out of spite, you're doing things because you wish to be vile and make sure people remember it, you are probably getting exactly what you deserve at that point. But all this drama, all this chaos, all this bickering back and forth, bullying and harassing and stalking and doxing and tearing each other down does not lead anywhere positive.
I do agree that people shouldn't be doxing or doing any of the crazy shit that's been happening. He is correct with that.
Say what you gotta say, and then just move on with the day. Or in some cases, just let it slide off your damn back. Let it go. It's not worth it in the end. We're only here for, if you're lucky these days, upwards of 70 some odd years. 20 years of that, you're basically spending in school. You're spending it as a child, under someone's thumb, going off to school, and then you're out in the world, man. Why make life a struggle for yourself and other people if you don't have to? It's already hard enough. It's hard enough with us out not attacking each other. Just let things go.
Well, the chat has got it right. Maybe you should lead by example then, instead of making, you know, dramatic, uncouth posts.
And if you can't, try to understand it from different points of view. I got an amazing compliment today while speaking with J-Cart. He told me Jason Hawes watched a couple of the videos that I did as a collaborator with him. And I was told that Jason's actually very pleased that I am relatively neutral and I try to give as many sides as I can. Because we need a little bit more of that, in my opinion. Giving more sides to a situation can allow us to understand it a bit better. People are going to react in anger sometimes with high emotions because it's natural human instinct to do so. I've done it. It's still up there. You can still find it. If you're going to do it, you better bring a little bit of evidence with you, though. Bring up something to back it up as to why. And try your damnedest to have a fucking discussion, because this drama BS is getting real old. It's why I play games so much. It's why I give people a break. And that's why people enjoy visiting my streams. Doesn't matter how big they are, how small they are. They enjoy just getting away from it for a little bit.
And that he's not wrong about that. Like, Ladies Fright will do some gaming stuff, and you know, Reality, she now goes by Saggy Melons. She'll do some gaming stuff. She covers regular drama, but you know, she'll do a little bit of gaming here and there because sometimes you need a palate cleanser or a detox or something. So I get that.
And if you're watching this and you feel like you need to get away, do it. 2 days off the internet, man, can make a whole hell of a difference. You got people blowing you up on Facebook, take a break. Too many videos on YouTube, take a break. We don't need this crap every day in our lives. We have enough things going on with our governments, our food supplies, the weather, deaths in the family. We have enough sins and struggles around us. It's okay to take a break and just let things go. And that's about all I got on this. Every time I say I'm not going to talk about drama, I end up talking about drama. The next day, within minutes, sometimes I get asked to do it. I don't really enjoy it. But people are finding out that maybe having someone similar to myself who's willing to be calm about a situation as much as possible and give possible different viewpoints is a good thing.
Yeah, like I've had to change how I do things. Am I still an asshole? Yes. But sometimes it is good to play devil's advocate. The problem is you thinking that, oh, I don't want to cover the drama. Dude, that's why people go, a lot of people go and watch your stuff. People are going to watch debunking videos for the drama. People are going to, like, it's just seriously. If you were to upload a video, you're like, say you uploaded a video investigating Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, and you then upload another video talking about some drama with Side Eye Guy. Not that you're in some drama with him, but let's just say that he was in some drama. Okay, you have those two videos alongside each other. The side-eye guy video is going to do better. That's my opinion. That's what I think.
Try to do it a little bit more, people. Try to take more breaks. Try to just breathe a little bit. And I think maybe we can start going somewhere in the paranormal community again. Maybe we can start making some progress and looking at what is actually important. The truth.
All right. My issue is I find neutral people to be disingenuous and fake because no human is capable of having an opinion or picking a side. It's lying to the audience. Now, you could cover things like I'm going to do tonight a little bit. It's like, here's what was said, here's one side, here's the other, and then I'm going to give my opinion. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what I've been doing. And I've agreed with some of the things that LordBiegel has said. I just think that he's lying to himself, saying that he doesn't cover drama. He's lying to himself, which means he's lying to all of you. The same with Paranormal Engineer. Does he do debunks? Yeah. But he does drama too, and he can't say that he doesn't. She tries to present where other people are coming from a lot. You know what I feel bad about? You want to know what I feel bad about today, guys? I've had so much happening in my life, and I've literally felt like crap. That literally, I have no memes for you guys. I have no comic strips for you guys. I have none of that tonight. Now, some people might be excited because maybe some people don't like that shit. But I know that some people do. I'll try to have some stuff like that next time. Like, present both sides, but then give your opinion after. Yes, yes, yes. I do miss you guys. I do miss this. Do I got a lot of people watching? No. It's because I'm a dramatic, uncouth, trite channel. Slanderous channel. Alright, so how can the truth be supported if lies are not examined? How is the truth bashing? How is educating on history bashing? Apparently it is. Yeah, it's the kind of virtues signal feeling when meanwhile they're in the mud. They in the mud, they complain and they in the mud. They don't like that they in the mud with me. They go, oh, I'm in the mud. There's dust. I don't want to be in the mud. Huh. I guess they don't want to smoke. Oh, I can't say that anymore. It's been a running joke since I've been in the paranormal community, but I can't say it. People are going to get fucking butthurt and cry. And people are going to take shit out of context and twist it. Oh, shit. Guys, don't say that people don't want to smoke. You're not allowed to say that in my chat. Am I gonna have to ban that? God damn it. People are gonna blame me if you say that Beardo doesn't want to smoke. I'm being a flying monkey if Beardo doesn't want to smoke. Oh, where is it? Where's that fucking soundbite? I know I have it. I gotta find it. And I should have, like... I wonder if I don't have it anymore. I'll be surprised. Give me a second. Yeah, so the guy that said, I just, my name is Havoc Warlord, I just don't want to smoke, that's this guy.
Day one, no more.
That's him. I thought I had another one of him. But he's day one, no more.
Day one, no more.
Oh, yeah, I won't play that one. Sometimes
awkward.
Sometimes things are a little awkward. Yeah.
He's the one making people uncomfortable with his fucking memes.
And his trolling. You know. All right, well, yeah, Mr. Day One No More is the one that fucking said he don't want to smoke. That's where it came from. That's the running joke. So I understand if you've been a Day One on my channel and you have to say
Day one, no more.
Because I say stupid things like certain people don't want to smoke as a joke, then I understand. You just got to go and do your own thing. All right, ready? I gotta find my docket. So this is a CARTS video. We're not gonna watch this whole thing, obviously. Oh man, they pulled a Chris, and this video is 1 hour and 21 minutes. Man, y'all guys got to condense that a little bit. All right, just condense it. Under 50 minutes. I'm not your boss, but goddamn. Y'all doing like long form, to me, long form is anything longer than a half hour. Go an hour, okay, cool. But when I see videos that are like 1.5 hours or more, dude, I ain't watching. I ain't watching that whole thing. I'm definitely not going to react to the whole thing. I'm just going to go to the transcripts. So we're at 44 minutes, 44 seconds. Oh, before we get to that, we might as well show this. Boom. If you watched last night, then you know it was never a personal attack or smear campaign. That's not what I've ever been about. It was about asking if old past claims hold up against documented evidence. Yeah, there was an uncomfortable subject brought up. So, you know, of course that post was made. And of course Ryan Buell made this post. This isn't about tagging anyone, Jason Hawes. So that's a quote, you know. Last week, to my shock, I was alerted that Jason Hawes, one of the most recognizable names in the paranormal field, decided to use his platform to promote a woman who has relentlessly bullied, harassed, and targeted good people in the paranormal field. I'm assuming he's talking about Stevi. That's what everybody's assuming, because she was on his platform. Not only does she have an extensive history of cyberbullying, but she also uses fake aliases to hide her real identity and subsequently her own past. Everyone uses handles since the beginning of YouTube. So there. So this woman is trying to build a career out of attacking the characters of others, but she doesn't want anyone to know about hers. Yeah, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. It's also no secret that she has particularly obsessed with Nesper and anyone who supports Nesper. They have been subject of repeated attacks by her and the people she associates with. One of the worst occurred last year during Dan Rivera's death. In the midst of grieving Dan, this woman and her associates tore at Nesper. It was heartbreaking to witness. Despite all of that, well, so when Dan Rivera passed away, that's when I interviewed Eric Vitale. So I'm assuming he's probably referencing that. Despite all of this, or perhaps because of it, Jason decided to elevate her by promoting her on his massive platform. He allowed her. Where is this? Hold on, guys. I gotta find something. Hold on. Boom. Oh, that's Ryan 1. I need Ryan 2. No. Where is this? I'm missing something. Hold on, guys. I'm missing something. All right. These screenshots are jacked up. Well, you guys know the post. I don't know what the hell happened here. Something's really screwed up. I don't know. All right. See what happens when I'm gone for too long. Oh, you know what? We do have to watch the video before I go on to this other stuff. What are you guys talking about? Take a little break. We gotta watch this video. Huh. Would who like to click the link? Who is arguing? What is happening? Jacob. Is there someone that I can't see? Is there someone in the... What's up, Stevie? What's up, girl? How you doing? I don't see no... Oh, I do see this. Jacob the Truth Warrior. Interesting. Totally not a sock account. All right, well, listen. Hello, Stevie. Hello, girl. Tell your doggo I said hello. All right. Now, listen. We got to get to this. Don't let irrelevant people look up his chat log. I don't even know how to do that right now. I'm in the middle of streaming and we can't let people derail the stream. So, mods, if someone says something out of order, it's not something, you can't clap someone for something that people, you don't like what they say. Just make sure people are, you know what to do. All right. So, heart mode horror. That's right. All right. So they were talking about Buell's post, so we should probably listen to this.
and he's not providing any of that evidence. But again, well, since he mentioned the past, let's go ahead and bring that up really quick. What does the past have to do with what she's talking about now? Like, with her research, what does it have to do with anything?
So if you're going to make that argument, I'm going to make this argument. What does his past have to do with what he's doing now?
It shouldn't.
Right? It shouldn't, but it does.
Especially
so
since
his
he wants
particular
to.
past, he did scam people. He was on drugs. He did a lot of people kind of dirty. That is his past. It did happen. He's owned it. He's admitted to it. He's gotten clean.
Fair enough.
I hope. I'm not 100%. I don't know. I'm not him, but I hope. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this. All right. Jacob the Warrior, I would suggest not typing in the chat for a little bit. I need everyone to pay attention. Stay on topic. All right, so they just said Ryan Buell with his past, with his drug addiction, right? All right, now let's talk about this. Miss Tessa Groff, back when I did some videos on Ryan, Tessa made this post. She made a lot of comments on my videos on Ryan in the past. And she said this: I'm honestly disgusted watching people attack Ryan after he fought his way out of something that most people never survive. Statistically, he's part of a small 5% who make it out alive or without relapsing. The fact that everyone feels entitled to drag up his past or weaponize his struggles says far more about their own issues. See, so this is Tessa Groff saying, yo, people are attacking him because he was addicted to drugs. No. People were pissed at Ryan for all the other things that he did. For scamming, whatever, doing those venues. People didn't get their money. Overcharging for books, you know. Of course, the thing that really pissed me off is when he did fake having cancer. And at the time, I had just lost my mother to it. And so, you know, it's stuff like that. And the people that knew Ryan that were in his life, maybe people like Serge, Heather and Katrina, like maybe they'd be mad for other reasons, you know. It's not really the drug thing. And I've said before, I don't like Ryan. I hope he's clean. I hope he has stayed clean. I hope he doesn't relapse. This is not about the drug use. And because he was on those drugs does not excuse him from his actions, in my opinion. Okay. Ryan is Ryan, whether he is on drugs or not. Of course, drugs are going to addiction is going to influence what you do, but they're still your choices. So okay, shut the fuck up. Literally shut the fuck up. The one rule, there are certain rules on my fucking channel. There are certain rules on my channel. You're going to stay on topic. You've been timed out. I just timed your ass out for 30 minutes. So literally stay on topic, or you gonna get it. All right. Now, as I was saying before, we were all rudely interrupted by someone who keeps trying to derail us. If that, whatever his name is, wants to click my link later, you may do so. You can click my link. It's open mic. Anyone can click my link. All right. So it's not about the fact that he was addicted, and because he was addicted and he was on drugs does not excuse the things that he has done. So that's where a lot of what, you know, why people are upset. You know, maybe things that he did while he was addicted. Maybe some people aren't ready to forgive. Maybe some people have. And then there's the whole thing with the money, you know, with all those conventions that pretty much never happened. That's the issue. It's not the fact that he was on drugs. The fact that, like, if he's truly clean, that's a great thing. Good on him for that. But that's not what this is about. This hits home for me in a very real way. I have a close family member who struggled with drug addiction, someone I watched suffer for years without ever getting better. And if they ever did find their way out, I would pray people would give them a chance instead of tearing them down. Dude, like, he is a public figure. When he decided to come, after he got arrested and everything, like after so long, I forget how long it was before he came back, but he came back. If he came, like, if you're like, okay, I'm ready to come back into the paranormal community, all right, cool. Now address everything. Maybe apologize to certain people. I know for a fact, Ryan, you have not apologized to certain people, and you know who I'm talking about. This is part of the issue. But if you're going to bring up someone else's past, like, you have no room, you have no room to speak on this because of your past. You know? And Steve, like, and everything that, from what I'm told, because I haven't seen what other people have posted about Stevie, something about, oh, she criminal record, and it shows like a picture of someone of a different skin color. It's like, dude, that's not Stevie, unless Stevie is doing blackface. Like, I haven't seen it, so I it's alleged. I don't know. I didn't see what the hell was posted. So allegedly, Ryan has done the work. He has rebuilt his life with strength, honesty, and courage. Is using his experience to help others and educate people, which is more than just than most critics will ever do. Yeah, so she made this post, and when she made this post, Nick made a post, Ryan made a post, and it was literally, they posted this when I was streaming, and I think I was covering Ryan, and they posted this. Like, this is the holidays are approaching, blah, blah, blah. I had pushed aside my whole support system for their own sanity. You know, I wish, like, if you go read this, I wish I could tell you guys certain things, because like stuff like this that bothers people that were close to him at the time. And it's like, and I'm not saying that those people need to publicly, like, say something, or that Ryan needs to, well, with some people I think he needs to publicly say something, but that's just my opinion. Like, I know for a fact he never reached out to certain people he hurt, and that's part of the problem. All right. So everyone who is jumping on this fake story about Stevi, you're siding with, yeah, we're staying on topic. Stay on topic. We timed out, what's his name? All right. We need to continue this CARTS thing for a little bit, and then I got something else, and then I'm going to drop the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still...
Sorry, go ahead.
He's alluding to the idea that hers is worse.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or
which is
alluding or alluding. Sorry.
Yeah, he is alluding to it.
Eluding.
He's insinuating.
My point is, because I'm sure this guy does not want the past to be brought up, or at least his. So, is he going to be shocked now, since he wants to make the past a problem here, when people start discussing, listen, buddy, our issues are with con artists, and even knowing, yes, you went through drugs, and by God, you know, I'm glad that you got off them, you still con people faking cancer.
He did.
Okay, so the issue is, the warrants, are they legit or not? That's what the conversation's about. And showing the receipts to prove if they aren't, and what things don't make up, and what... That shouldn't be even in the discussion right now.
Yeah, like, so I think the only reason why the drug thing is being brought up is because it's like, Ryan, dude, first of all, the claims haven't been proven on Stevi, as far as I know. And me personally, I know they're not true. But we know certain things on Ryan are true. Like, dude, and another thing too is, if Ryan doesn't like his past being brought up, why would you do it to someone else? Like, for real. And I'll even publicly say this, Ryan, if I ever made fun of you for being on drugs, I apologize. I'm not gonna apologize for bitching and complaining about everything else that you've done fucked up. But, yeah.
In my opinion, anybody's past should not be in the discussion right now. It has nothing to do with anything. We're talking about the evidence that she's provided. It got personal because of that.
Okay, I'm devil's advocate one more time here. It might be personal for him because he is or has known the Warrens.
It might be personal. I think, I guess you can say might. We know it's personal. I think if Ryan were here, he would say that it was personal for him.
And Tony Spira and Nesper for well over 20 years.
Right. Fair.
He has known them for a large part of his life. And if I remember, I think like he had a real relationship, like
with Lorraine,
like a mother-son bond with Lorraine. So yeah, he could probably take some of this stuff a bit more personally from that context,
for sure.
Right? I would completely understand that.
For sure. John Zaffis, though, the nephew.
All right, listen, motherfucker. All right, Stevi, you are denying that you said multiple times you would pay me back for half. Listen very carefully, Seg. Listen very carefully, everyone in the fucking chat. We're not talking about this right now. We're on topic. I don't care who the fuck you are. Stay on topic of this stream. Last warning for everyone. I know that there's all this drama, and I was talking about this earlier about, I was gonna cover Seg's stream, and I messaged Seg and I messaged Stevi, and hey, I just decided I'm not gonna cover it yet. You guys are not gonna fight it out in my chat right now, so fucking stop it. If you really want me to do a stream on that, we can do a fucking stream on that, but it's not going to be today. I think Seg and everybody knows that's coming. You cannot be fair and say you're biased. You know what, dude? There are a few rules in my chat, and I've said this, and one of them is stay on topic to what I'm. So I'm just supposed to be okay with. Okay, I'm gonna react and give my comments on this. None of you are paying attention because you're all gonna fucking argue in my chat. No, now you do have a right to ask questions, absolutely. And when I do a stream on that, absolutely, you can ask all the questions you want. You can talk, say whatever the hell you want, and you know I'm not gonna stop you. This derailing streams, like people do this to you all the time. What was it? The fucking guy that spits in people's faces and shit. Whatever his I can't remember his fucking name right now. Derailed your stream, and you were like, no, we're not going to change the topic of the stream because people are upset right now. Which I think everybody has a right to be upset, but we are staying on topic. Yeah, people are like, what is the topic? Yeah, because everybody's freaking fighting. I'm going to start clapping everybody that's talking about that shit right now. We can talk about it in another stream. So what? I'm being biased because I want to stay on topic on my damn stream? We can do this another time. It's not tonight.
Has even said things along the lines of like, look, I love my family dearly, but there are some things that don't make any fucking sense. And there are things that were absolutely not true that they have claimed. And I think what people just want is just...
So I can have lies being made about me, and I've screenshot after screenshot, but I can now... Okay. All right, Seg. All right. I'll tell you what, motherfucker. All right. So... All right, you can derail my stream. I'll drop the link. You can come up and we can just talk about this fucking shit. Fuck whatever I have planned, right? Fuck whatever I have planned on a stream. Fuck whatever my topics are. Fuck whoever I'm talking about. Let's just talk about you. It's different if I'm talking about you or I'm talking about this. Then fine. I should derail the stream and just talk about this because you're upset. You're the fucking one crying in my goddamn fucking chat. Other people were in here crying about it. It's been a problem this entire fucking time. God damn. We stay on topic, and there's no threats or shit, or you get clapped. Those are the rules, no matter who the fuck you are. Do you want to talk about it, Seg? Absolutely do a fucking stream or a video, or when I talk about it, you can type in the chat and talk about it all you want. Or come up when I drop the link. But we're not going to keep doing this shit, and we're not going to derail my stream. I'm not going to stop the stream like I just did just because someone's upset about something that happened. Am I covering something that's old? Yeah, but it's something I want to cover. All right. On topic.
Just, okay. You know, your personal relationship with them, that's something special to you. I'm not going to take that away. I'm just looking at what's been presented to us as facts by them and looking at what the receipts and evidence show us. And a lot of that shit just makes no sense.
I am well aware, and I don't disagree. And
Yeah.
you know I don't disagree.
No, I know you don't. Yeah, I know you don't. But I get what you're saying. This could be emotionally triggered because of his personal relationship with the Warrens.
Right. And he did do a few investigations with Lorraine as well.
Yeah.
Like on the show, Paranormal State, he did do an investigation with her. He was relatively close with her. So it probably hits him a bit harder if someone's calling them con people when he knows he conned people, and then it brings them a notch down when they did spend time helping him. That would be the only...
I know, I respect you're trying to view this like maybe what's going through his mind while he's making this post.
That is the only thing I can do. I don't condone the post. I don't condone anything in the post, but if I was...
It's an asshat of a post.
Connected.
Yeah,
if you're heavily connected, if they felt like family to you, you would be willing to stick your neck out for them.
Yeah,
a little bit. I wouldn't say some of the things in this, which you and I have discussed, Hart. I'm not that type of person,
right?
But you know, I would definitely like make it short, sweet, and simple, not a fucking book.
Yeah, if you wanted to come out here and say like, you know, here's the thing, I viewed them this way. This is what they meant to me. May they rest in peace, or like something along those lines. I don't agree with what they're saying and what they're doing. Whatever. But this is like an attack on Stevi.
It's smearing her character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is smearing it. It's, in my opinion, defaming her character.
Now, guys, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that Ryan's post was smearing Stevie's name. Put a 2 in the chat if you do not believe that it was smearing her name or defaming her or whatever they're saying here. I want to know what you guys see or what you say.
Look, you know, when we all get on camera, we have the risk of putting ourselves out there in this light. People are going to not like us, and they're going to say some pretty horrendous shit. And look, the Warrens are no different. They may not be here anymore, but they published books. They've got movies out there. Of course, people are going to have the opinions, and when they start doing the research and they start seeing the things that don't really add up with the movies, and like, hey, this couple wasn't really a powerhouse couple that fought demons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then people are going to be disappointed, and they're going to question it.
Everyone can be questioned. Motives can be questioned, no matter if they're alive or dead. We still question stuff that Stalin did, that Mussolini have done, that ex-presidents have done. You know, the various Bushes, the Reagan, Nixon. In fact, we have gone through and we question the Fox sisters. We question our own family.
Well, you know, politicians do that. They used to call it throwing mud. So when you throw mud, it's like when you're throwing mud, you're throwing someone's past at them when you have a past. So that's pretty much all I wanted to share with this. I know it doesn't seem like it was very long. Shout out to JCarts. Will the mods please put JCarts' channel in the chat? Shout out to him. Now, here we go. This right here is an interview I did. It says 8 years ago. I think it's probably 9 or close to 9. Interview with Sergey and Melissa Drake. This is before Serge and Melissa got married. After I did my first few videos on Ryan Buell, Sergey's then girlfriend reached out to me, and I started talking to her and Serge, and I interviewed them. I actually interviewed them twice. I am friends with them. It's been a while since we talked, mostly because my life is insane, but whatever. Fuck, I gotta get it off camera. Hold on, I gotta get off camera for a minute. I need my inhaler. Give me a minute. Fucking. Guys, give me a minute. I gotta take my meds real quick. Let me play a song. I gotta take my meds. I'm all fucked up for being all fucking yelling. Give me a minute.
Yeah. That's paranormal. That's devils. That's devils for life. Woo. Fake ghost hunters better run. Fake psychics better hide. The dust devils are coming. The dust devils are coming. Yeah. They said the spirit's talking, but the battery's fresh. Said the ghost was walking, but the evidence a mess. Selling scary stories, trying hard to get paid. Building fake encounters like a hunted charade. We pull up with receipts, we pull up with facts. Everybody getting nervous when we start to react. You can run to the shadows, you can hide in the night, but the dust devil's coming and we're shining the light. Everybody runs from the dust devils. When the truth comes out, they start running scared. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Now they're hiding cause they know we gonna be there. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Ghost hunters, psychics, everybody flee. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Cause the dust devils bringing truth for all to see. We don't crystal ball, don't need tarot cards, don't need fake EVPs recorded in the yard, don't need spooky music, don't need special effects. We just ask the questions that nobody expects. Every live stream popping, every chat going wild. Dust devils in the comments making everybody smile. Little bit of trolling, little bit of fun. If you're faking evidence, then we're number one. Everybody runs from the dust devils. When the truth comes out, they start running scared. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Now they're hiding cause they know we gonna be there. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Ghost hunters, psychics, everybody flee. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Cause the dust devils bringing truth for all to see. Yeah. Everybody run from the dust devils. Stay out of controversies, or dust is gonna cover you. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Fake ghost hunters, yeah, we're coming through. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Stay out of controversies, or dust is gonna cover you. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Cause we're trolling while we're shining the light. Dust devils. Dust paranormal. Stay resistant. Dust devils for life. Dust devils for life. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Dust devils for life. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Dust devils for life. Everybody runs from the dust devils.
All right. I quickly took my medication. All right. All right, so where were we? So 8 years ago, I interviewed Serge and Melissa, friends of mine, and it was right after Ryan Buell got arrested for not returning a rental, so it was, I believe it was under car theft. Kells Bells sent floating hearts for 10 jewels. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate all super chats and all of the jewels and everything. I appreciate you guys. All right. So I did this interview not long after Ryan was arrested because the entire team of Paranormal State was literally under attack. Thank you, sent Fingerheart for 300 jewels. Thank you very much. Literally all of PRS was under attack because Ryan got arrested, and so obviously people were bringing up the fact that tickets for events got sold and the events never happened, and the events didn't just show Ryan Buell on those events, it showed other members of PRS, and people like Chip Coffey publicly addressed that he didn't even know that he was being promoted on some events. And I wish I would have went and got that interview, but he does say it. Maybe I can show that on another stream, but I know that it's out there. But this is an interview that I did. We're gonna react to it a little bit. Playback speed 1.5. Here we go.
And I think that movie kind of traumatized me. But okay, so how long ago did you guys do that Facebook Live video?
It was a while ago.
It was a while.
Yeah. I remember being nervous about
it. Or
it.
It wasn't. It may have been even after that. It could have been February or something too. It was a while ago, but.
So what compelled you guys to do that Facebook Live video? Actually, both of them, because you guys did 2 of them, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it was partly, I know, it was kind of upsetting. Like, I haven't been on Facebook in a long time. I rarely go on Facebook, so I don't really see any kind of...
Look at that. Look at how I look like a kid. My old room, my old microphone setup.
Backlash or hate or just negative commentary. Now, Melissa, I mean, she uses Facebook to connect with her friends, her family, to interact with them that way, and to just post pictures of her kids and her life, which I totally support. Now, the problem comes when she's all of a sudden being a target by people who are just hating on her, or more likely hating on me.
So when Ryan got arrested and the entire team of PRS was under attack, people were looking for Melissa's Facebook post and basically doxing her and pictures of her kids and stuff, and it was an issue, and that's what they're talking about.
Turn hating on her.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was even moments too where she found out that so-called people that were friends of hers were part of another Facebook group that were telling information to somebody else, and they just seemed so
conspiracy. Our pictures off our private Facebooks and giving them to
like media outlets,
some
tabloids.
Yeah.
I mean, not mentioning names or anything, but
because that's gonna just lead into another article that'll be written. But
right.
So we just kind of wanted to, put the information out there of like where we are in life and just try to rectify with some of the gossip and rumors that were going out there. So that's really what it was, I guess, on my end. I don't know what it's kind of saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it was confusing for a lot of people because there were.
Ryan wanted to bring up the Passed on Stevi, and this is why some people are upset with Ryan. Like, Serge and Melissa have every right to be upset at Ryan because of all the shit that was raining down on them for stuff that Ryan was doing.
Well, there are fans that have followed a lot of things that have gone on with PRS, with Paranormal State, with Twitch, with Ryan, with anything. And I think that's like a small majority, though. Most of the people were very confused. And there were thousands of people who didn't even know that we were a couple. So the confusion just grew and grew. And you started seeing these radical assumptions taking place. And it had gotten to the point where, we tried to take the high road. And it's not the same thing, but it came to a point where enough is enough. And, people are mentioning the children, things like that.
So when people were going after the members of PRS, a lot of them did not publicly say anything because they were already under attack. And it's like they're saying they took the high road. They didn't really post right away, and then they finally did. And then the backlash was horrific.
Right. It just was like, okay, let's just say where we are in life.
Yeah.
You know, basically the two of you and other members of PRS, Chip Coffee was a big one that was under attack as well. As a matter of fact, I went to his defense on Twitter. I remember when all of that happened, when Ryan got arrested, and I saw everybody being attacked, and everything started like kind of like, I don't know, just there were so many accusations and stuff like that. I thought it was so wrong that everybody was under attack, and then that's why I posted that video. For everybody watching this, I did 2 videos on when Ryan was arrested, and how it wasn't really so much about Ryan being arrested as it was of you guys being under attack.
Yeah, and then Melissa played that video for me to watch before, and I was like, you know, that's pretty cool of this guy to kind of not jump to assumptions and just go with, because even today it's like almost like any media will sensationalize a story or just try to make something really big. But at the end of it, like, even if it's not true, the truth is almost is never heard, you know?
That's true. And sometimes, you know, the truth would feel like throwing someone under the bus or telling a part of the story that isn't necessarily ours to tell, or that other party would not want out in the media. And so by keeping quiet, you know, just respecting other people's privacy, sometimes it almost looks like, I think it did look like we had some guilty part in it or something, which it was ridiculous. We had long moved on, but, you know, on the same token, you know, people were confused. And I think in hindsight, too, a lot of everyone being attacked has to do with, I think it was coming into light that there was addiction issues. And that's very common with addicts or people that are dealing with it, whether it be someone you idolized or whatever. People are so quick to throw blame around and sit and say, this person who I had on a pedestal has fallen. It must be everyone else's fault. So I think in hindsight, a lot of it was about that too.
Yeah, so they think, well, everyone from PRS must have been enabling him, and maybe allegedly, that may have been true for some, but not others. I guess it depends on your perspective.
Back when I shot those videos, I thought it must have been very hard because, you know,
but yeah.
Obviously, you guys are friends with Ryan, correct? You're still friends with him? Yeah. So, I mean, it's got to be hard, you know, when you have a friend that's going through something like that, and, you know, and then the media is saying all of this stuff, you know, about him and about you guys, and whether it's true or not, it's just got to be rough.
Knowing that drugs were in play, it wasn't really our place to say, initially, like, all right, guys, you want to know the truth? Well, here it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that Ryan has.
All right, I have a rule for every mod in here. Anyone talking, this is fucking stupid. We're talking about Ryan Buell. We're not talking about the mermaid thing. That's going to be in another live stream. Anyone talks about the mermaid thing in the chat gets it gets deleted, and they get timed out for a half hour. That's the rule. I'm not derailing the stream one more time for this. I know it's people logging in with different accounts. You guys, I appreciate all the mods. You guys just got to grab them and clap them. Like, don't even respond to them. Well, we're going to discuss all of that in another stream. You guys know I will. All right.
Has been, you know, come out and been very forthcoming about it. It's okay to say, yeah, this is what's going on, and this is another reason we were kind of quiet for a while. Right. Even though it was very suspect. From a lot of people, I don't think it had been confirmed. So who are we to do that? Yeah. You know, we wouldn't want to do that to anyone.
Back to you guys. So how did it feel after you guys did your Facebook Live post? Did you guys feel better at all? Like relieved? Felt like maybe you said some things that you needed to say?
Absolutely. I mean, I guess it was nerve-wracking at first. You know, just because I haven't been on Facebook in a long time, and now we're going on live, and I'm thinking, you know, what kind of comments are we going to get? And, and afterwards, it was so overwhelmingly positive.
There was 99.9% of people were positive. I mean, you're always going to have trolls or something that want to throw some hate or this or that, or say we were too vague. And again, I think that
literally, I got people coming into my fucking live streams right now yelling,
"Fuck you, motherfucker!"
Pretty much. You're going to have fucking trolls and people who want to derail, and I don't care what you want to stream about. We're going to talk about this. No.
That came from a place.
I mean, there's trolls everywhere, guys.
Of we didn't feel it was our place to totally disclose
Right.
what was going on with someone else. We just wanted to talk about our part and what our lives were.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like allowed us to move forward and move with our lives.
Yeah, you know what? And it kind of felt like that too. Like after you guys posted those videos, then Sergey, you posted a little bit more. I saw that you guys adopted a dog, and you started posting a little more. And I saw that you guys went to a theme park or something and did some what is it, like a bungee cord thing or something? You guys were being bounced around.
That's actually Myrtle Beach.
Right here in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, just on the boardwalk. That was like our anniversary. We did that. So.
I watched that video. I was like, yeah, I would totally never do that. They're braver than me.
I'm afraid of heights. I would never ever go bungee jumping or anything like that. I used to street race. I used to drag race. I used to do all that shit. But you tell me that we're gonna go somewhere really high up, and I'm gonna be like, no, bro, no, I ain't doing that. So they're definitely braver than me, and I might have to call them soon. Like just watching this, I'm like, man, like I love these guys.
I mean, you guys look like you had a blast, but I mean, I'm watching the video and I'm like, they're pretty high in the air. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That was awesome. I mean, it was such as I remember Melissa was like showing me all these videos of couples going on these bungee rides, and all the guys end up passing out.
Really?
And I think it's great. Like we're gonna do a video recording, and I'm gonna be the one that passes out, and then she's gonna find it hysterical. She'll post it online.
Oh, you know what? That totally would have been funny, though. I think everybody would have loved that.
I'm sure, yeah, everyone would have loved that.
But if you would have passed out or threw up or something, actually, that would have been sad.
Yeah, it would have gone off.
You throw up and then you go through it like twice or something before you go down. But yeah, me and rides don't really get along too much. I try them, but sometimes I'm afraid of heights. So.
We can have people don't do it.
Oh, that's going to be in the bloopers.
You know, this break is brought to you by water. Drink it when you're thirsty.
What sparked your interest in the paranormal? Like, what got it all started for you?
See, like, I wish I had like some sort of crazy.
So hang on, Kells Bells. Thank you for your donation. Yeah, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah. So this was like a interview that I did and talked about a lot of different things. Yeah, the chat is delayed. The chat on the screen. The chat, like if you open the chat on the side of YouTube, like so, like you know, if there's usually a live chat right here. Sometimes there's not as much of a delay as the one that's on the screen that you're watching. But let's get back to this. I thank you again for the super chat. I really appreciate it. It's been a rough couple weeks, and it's definitely a rough freaking stream.
Story where something happened to me when I was a kid, or I had this crazy experience growing up. We lived in a haunted house. I mean, up until college, I really didn't search for the paranormal. I kind of thought it was, if it was out there, it was cool, but it never really affected me. But I remember when I got into Penn State in one of the off campuses, I was looking for things to do, and because I was living off campus, I always wanted to explore it. So I would drive around in my car at nighttime, and I would try to do photography at nighttime. And when you're driving in the backwoods of Pennsylvania at nighttime, you can't help it, but your mind starts to go like, what if, you know, those what if scenarios. What if you just saw a ghost, or what if you just saw an alien and you hit it with your car, and then all the other aliens came out and were like, what's going on? Because I was playing out with photography, and I came across this like really spooky, foggy farm field. And I remember I set my camera on a timer, ran out into the middle of the field, stood there for 30 seconds, then ran back, and I got this like shadowy thing, you know, in the middle of the forest. And I was going like, oh, that's kind of neat. You can like really do some stuff with photography, and it kind of was an outlet. And then I remember messaging a group. I think it was in.
So people that watched Paranormal State know that Serge, like he was into photography, especially when he was in college. And I think it was a few years ago, there's this place, and I posted it in my Discord, that this place in New York, this mom and pop place that hand makes candy. And I think I ordered at the time a couple years ago, like $100 worth of candy, and I sent it to Serge and Melissa. And I think one of them was like a candy bar that was in the shape of a camera, and it was just one of them. And Serge didn't get it. Apparently Melissa ate it. Serge was all upset. That's funny. But yeah, the name of the place was Hercules Candy. I think it's in New York. You can order their stuff online, not sponsored. They have really good candy.
About my interest in me wanting to join, and I didn't get a reply back. And I think that kind of stopped it for a year. I had a moment where I had a sleep paralysis that I remember, but nothing too crazy. I just found it fascinating. But it was really when I joined the Paranormal Research Society at University Park. When I transferred into University Park, I was looking at clubs to join, and I emailed a bunch of them, and so I saw that they had one. I emailed Ryan, and from there, it really started to unfold. I really became fascinated with experiences and really taking more of a scientific approach to it, like how we can document it and what are some of the explanations for it.
So how did it feel when you and the rest of the PRS team were approached for doing a show? Did it happen that way?
The way it happened, we were doing an investigation in Pennsylvania, and it was one of the more crazier investigations that really got me to believe that something supernatural is possible. I mean, up until then, I was under the belief that I need to experience it firsthand. I'm not going to buy into anything that's on TV to convince me that paranormal stuff exists. And there was a news story that came out that we did this investigation, and then the next thing you know, we are being contacted by a production crew that says, hey, we want to do a show. Can we film your guys' investigation and just kind of see where it goes from there?
So really quick, I'm going to say something here. I don't even think I told Serge or Melissa or anyone. So you see me interviewing them, and so I asked them some things about Ryan and after he got arrested, and all that stuff, right? And then you see me asking these soft questions. So that's actually strategic. So when you interview someone, obviously you want the juice. You want, there are questions you want to ask, but you also want them comfortable. And so you ask them other questions that maybe some people would want to know, that's not related to the juice that you're after. And it's also that they will feel comfortable during the interview. They can be relaxed. You ask a tough question, you ask an easy question. You ask a tough question, you ask an easy question. That's the tactic when you're interviewing someone, especially when it's something that's heavy like this.
And so we allowed them to come out, and the next thing you know, we really didn't hear from them for a while. And I remember even telling my parents, hey, we got approached. It might, this kind of sounds cool. My parents were like, it's not going to happen. You need to focus on your studies and, work in school. Sure enough, after some time happens, we get word back that, hey, the show is going through, and this is the network that's going to be taking.
You want to ask about my old microphone? My old microphone was, my old microphone was a BM800 microphone. Yeah.
Mess up. And it was weird too, because it was down to a couple of networks. A&E was
that microphone was doing nothing for my voice, and I didn't have a mixer at that time.
One of them, and then Discovery Channel and MTV, and you can probably tell each network has probably its own agenda of how they wanted it to be filmed and styled. Kind of happy that it went with A&E.
Right. Yeah. So it just went more with maybe your investigative styles,
the investigative styles. And I do love because I remember getting into this argument with my parents.
You know what? No, I know what it is. I remember now. When I did this interview, the audio from my microphone was all jacked up. So what you're hearing is the audio from the camera, not the microphone.
Not even before the whole show thing came out, but we were dealing with families, these clients, and I was trying to explain to them, I'm trying to, we're here to help these people. And my parents at that point were saying, well, don't focus on helping people, focus
where is Sergey now? Dust would know best. I would. Ryan, well, he is on Facebook, yeah. Serge is happily married. him and Melissa are married. They're raising their kids, and I'm obviously not going to say what they do for a living. Yeah, the new microphone is a Shure microphone. But yeah, they're like Serge is not in the paranormal community. He fucking left that shit. Maybe because of certain people that maybe want to say things. You know what I mean? Yeah, the new mic is a Shure microphone. This one's way better. This one's very overpriced. Yeah, so Serge is just not in the paranormal community anymore. I'm having some internet issues. I don't know if it's freezing for some of you guys, but I am seeing something now. It should clear up. All right. Let's go on.
Helping yourself first. And it's weird because they also said like, no, like, and then after you become established, then you can worry about helping people. And I kind of understood where they were going from. They weren't trying to be, I think, dicks about it and like, oh, don't help anybody. It was more of like, get your life together and become stable, become established, and then you can have the ability to do what you want to do. So that's what really I loved about the show, is that we were able to work with families and work with people.
I remember when Paranormal State came out, there were a few other shows that were already out. I think Ghost Hunters have been on for a while. And,
we had Ghost Hunters come out to some of our conferences before Paranormal State at Penn State.
Really?
That was really, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was just when they were starting to establish, you know, taps, and like the show was on the air for like a year or two, and that was really cool. I mean, the whole field was starting to flourish again. That's kind of the way I saw it. Like the shows really made paranormal flourish again.
Right, it got a lot of people interested in the paranormal, you know. And I know that when I formed my team, one of my biggest concerns were it was great that all these paranormal shows were on, and I was watching your show, and I was watching Ghost Hunters and every other show that was on. I don't think Ghost Adventures existed yet, but whatever. Point is, my problem was a lot of people wanted to go out and investigate, and so a lot of these kids, you know, they wouldn't go through the proper channels that we would go through. They would just go trespass and, you know, and cause damage. And were you ever taken like not serious because you were a ghost hunter?
You mean by like
you know, back in the day when YouTube first became a thing, you were not taken seriously by people in real life if you said you were a YouTuber, because it was just looked down upon. And the same could be said for paranormal investigators. When you say you're a paranormal investigator, some people look down on that. I don't think it's right, but
peers or friends, I mean,
like anybody, like if anybody, like if they, like say you were talking to somebody and they didn't know who you were, and then you were like, yeah, I'm a paranormal investigator, or, you know, or ghost hunter, and they're like, oh, and then they're just kind of like,
oh, ew.
That's happened to me. I'll tell you a story about that later, but
yeah, no, it's weird, you know. I think for the most part, when I first started doing it, I kind of tried to minimize how often I would talk about it with my friends who were not into it. Not out of embarrassment, but more out of, I guess, respect. It was almost like, this sounds so cheesy to say right now, but I almost kind of felt like it was a double life. I was living a secret kind of life, kind of how you would with a superhero, you know. And I recall, like, one day I was riding the bus from one of my classes going back home, and I'm sitting there in the bus, and Ryan just had texted me saying, hey, we just called in to do this investigation. It sounds like it's an emergency. We really got to go. Are you going to be able to go? And right across from me, this one frat-looking dude, you know, with the sports shirt on, and, like, he was, like, on the phone talking loud to his buddy. He's like, man, I got wasted last night. Let's do it again. And I just, like, stopped, and I had this, like, moment of awareness where I was like, man, look at this juxtaposition of this individual in one spot and this other individual in the other spot. We have two different lives. Like, I'm not gonna be able to sit there and be like, oh man, that sounds awesome. I wish I could join, but no, I got to go and do this investigation.
Right.
And I mean, with kids, I understand. Like, I think like for instance, I'm a father now. I have 3 boys, and it's weird. Like now they're saying like I want to be a YouTuber, and I'm like, what? Like, where's this coming? Like I understand like why, like the way society changes. That's what it is. It's all about that. It's just how society changes. What's the cultural pop at that point? And back then, when shows were becoming so mainstream and so popular, I want to say, yeah, it is partly due to those shows that kids went around and did all that stuff. But at the same time, too, no one's hearing the stories of kids that went up to their teachers and said, hey, I've been watching these shows on the paranormal. I want to take on a more constructive and positive investigation for it. Can you help me? And we've got tons of comments about that as well. So it's just the way our world works at the end of the day. That's the way I look at it.
What was the experience like when you guys were filming? Like when you guys were filming an episode, when you guys were working a case, like what did that experience feel like?
It was definitely a little bit more, it was slightly more difficult because now you have, beforehand, I got a chance to experience investigation without a production crew and with a production crew.
Right.
And, with the production crew, they definitely have to look on schedules and time and resources and all this stuff. And then you have a ton of other people that are sort of in the mix. You have, a couple of camera guys, an audio guy. Whereas, it felt, it's like probably like any band that's out there, when they first start off, you ask them the same kind of question. They ask, they respond with like, well, when we were first starting up, it felt a lot more real and authentic and,
right.
punk rock, alternative rock. And then they get picked up and now they have to placate a little. And so, like, now when we walk into investigation, there has to be more of a clear-cut schedule. All right, you're going to do these interviews, and you have to make it to do a bedtime session before a certain time. Whereas it allowed a little bit more improv when you go on an investigation that wasn't filmed by the production crew, because if something paranormal happens, you're able to stop what you're doing and focus on that. You have a lot more leeway, I would say. But luckily, the production crew did their best to stay out of the way as possible.
Right. I filmed my investigations. I did a web show called In the Shadows, and going from, and I agree, and even for me, like going from just conducting the investigation and just focusing on just that to, okay, now I'm going to film us doing the investigation. I'm like, it'll be good. We'll put it up on YouTube, and it'll be another way for us to try to catch evidence because now there's more cameras.
Right.
When you start doing that, you start worrying about, especially if you've never done anything like that before, you start worrying about, okay, camera angles and making sure that the lighting is correct. Is the sound working? And
right.
And it can definitely take longer to do an investigation just because you're filming. But my next question, this is actually a pretty good one. I just thought of it when we were talking about this. So when you guys were filming, like, did anything paranormal happen? Like when you stopped filming and you were like, like, damn it, we missed it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't recall exactly when stuff like that happened, but I recall stuff like that happening. And I remember, like, when I first was still observing the paranormal and just the way it behaved, I've always, like, thought about it. You're always going to find the paranormal activity when somebody is changing the batteries or the tape out of their camera.
Now, this is a really good point because, again, on Beardo's video, which eventually I'll react to that, where he's talking about he's out shopping with his wife and he saw what he says is a ghost. No camera, not looking for a ghost or anything. It's kind of a similar situation here where literally, like, the cameras are off and something happens. I do find that interesting.
Or the audio recorder just goes down for a second and it suddenly becomes, the way I look at it, slightly becomes a little bit more magical because you didn't capture it. You know? Just because now you have a story that just you and a couple of the people that are there can share. And it's just between you guys. It's like an inside joke. And I think that's almost how the paranormal is meant to be experienced. It's not meant to be recorded and documented to the fullest T. Because now we're living in this day and age where CGI is out there. Yeah. At this point, nothing captured on camera, nothing captured on audio is ever going to fit the bill. It really doesn't. And I think that's good and it's bad. I mean, it almost seems like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are on this, but like we went through this period where reality shows were big in the paranormal and paranormal activity became more of a cultural phenomenon. People who were afraid to admit that they had paranormal stuff happen in their lives became a little bit more open about sharing it, which was great. But now it almost seems like it reached its peak and it's kind of become stagnant. And
it was for a while, and then it picked up again, and now it seems like things are getting stagnant again, unless there's drama attached to it.
I'm living now in this area where I'm going at, time where I'm thinking like there really hasn't been anything great or spectacular. So I'm wondering if now we're going to get into this moment where there's going to be a period of stagnation until something big happens. And what that is, I don't know.
I've been hearing that a lot from a lot of ghost hunters that, its peak was like the paranormal when its most popularity was like up to like 2006, 2007, and then it started to drop down probably because there was so much of it that was out there, and so many people were doing it. And the thing that I always tell people, because people always ask me, they're like, I don't know if I believe in the paranormal, what have you seen? I'm like, well, does it really matter what I've seen or recorded? Like, all that matters, like, if you're looking for answers, the best way is to go and find them yourself. The only way you're going to truly believe in the paranormal is if you see it with your own eyes or hear it with your own ears, because so much stuff can be CGI'd and so much stuff can be faked. So some paranormal shows in the past have been accused of faking evidence and stuff like that. And there have been some that have accused PRS of, maybe not PRS, but maybe the network or the film crews trying to fake evidence. Have you ever seen anything being staged or faked during the filming of Paranormal State?
No, I mean, that's the thing too. Like, I remember reading some of the stuff of how people were assuming things were fake because one scene.
This is a good question. I'm going to let you guys listen to it. I have to get something to drink. My stomach is being torn the hell up right now.
During an interview, somebody's wearing this outfit, but then another scene, they're wearing that outfit. Just the stance that we took, like, when you look at our show, it's not like there were moments when we weren't really getting any paranormal evidence to begin with.
So like, kind of like time jumps and stuff,
Yeah, exactly. And it was just
hour, not an hour.
And it was just the production edited it obviously to have a story flow. So like if something was brought up in the second part of the interview that played a big factor, they wanted to kind of include that. Because then you'd be looking at having, a 2-3 hour show where they're really trying to put things in chronological order. Thinking about it too, like the accusations that are going on, I can't speak for other shows, but I would not be in this field with, like I said, like I joined the paranormal to see it firsthand and experience it firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
To suddenly like go out there and manipulate stuff just to fake it. I mean, I would be destroying a part of my belief system and who I am as a person. And we did nothing. The production crew, at times they'd be moving around.
So basically, Serge is saying that he never experienced them faking anything or the production crews or anything on PRS. He didn't see it.
To like change tapes or change battery packs, but for the most part, we made sure to always have a monitor on everyone's movements and steps. So when we would do an investigation for evidence, we all had walkie-talkies on. We even then at one point asked production, we need to have the walkie-talkies that you guys are using, so that way we can keep monitor. That way, if something, if somebody hears a sound, somebody else, like for instance, like Josh and I, primarily sitting at HQ monitoring the surveillance cameras, we can say, hey, that was a false alarm. That was so-and-so moving. So no fakery going on. The way we work too was when we would have multiple audio recorders placed all around the site, and we would start them all at the same time and then timestamp everything. And that way, when we would review evidence, if we did capture something on audio, whether it's a whisper or some unusual sounds, we can then go back to the surveillance system and look and go like, okay, that was the cameraman moving. That explains that sound. And I mean, it was a bummer too because that we didn't really have.
Right, you're like, dang it.
Evidence.
Yeah, you think you catch something and then it ends up being. But then again, you sort of, for me, like if I was able to debunk something, I'm always like, you know what, good. I caught something and I was able to debunk it, and that's good because that's what makes you a good investigator or part of it.
And then when you actually do capture something that you can't explain, it makes it feel that much more real and special. The few times that I remember us capturing something, like I remember the chair that we caught moving in our Texas investigation, like this ranch in the middle of nowhere. And it was a chair that Chip was actually sitting next to. I remember Josh and I the next day, and even that night, we went back and we tried to scrutinize every little detail. Was like, could he have moved it with his leg? And Josh and I would sit there and we would try to recreate it on camera. And all the times, like, our foots would be visible, and the positioning of it, we tried to break it down, and we were never able to get an explanation for that. So it just made the few times that you did capture something feel that much more special.
Do you still conduct paranormal investigations? If not, do you miss working in the field?
Well, so I do miss working in the field. Definitely, like, it was definitely an adventure. But at this point in my life, I mean, I don't have time to do a full blown investigation. It would take a lot out of myself, and even then, like, I know Melissa's into the paranormal. Like, for us to suddenly go out there and, like, all right, while the kids are asleep, we're gonna go to somebody's house. And
right.
That.
Now, of course, since then, Serge isn't really opposed to doing like a paranormal investigation. We've kicked around in the past ideas that me, Serge, Melissa, and a few others would go and investigate somewhere, and you know, maybe someday we still will. You know, even though I don't really, like, I retired from investigating just like Serge did.
We are planning. And this is Melissa's sort of bucket list thing. She wants to go to Bob Mackey's, was it restaurant bar? I don't know what it is.
Bobby Mackey's?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. I'm like, how did you work in the paranormal field for so long?
Dude, yeah, like everybody knows about that place.
Yeah, everybody was
like, what is this Bobby Mackey? Yeah. He's so Russian.
I feel like when those high school kids, everyone's got like a cool group that anybody has heard of this. I'm like, oh, okay. No, but I mean, like, I think it would be fun, especially considering that my fiance, soon to be wife, is into the paranormal. We have something that we can share and we can kind of try together. And I think that probably once the kids get older, maybe one of our vacation spots is going to be not a beach resort. It'll be to go to like a haunted B&B and just try to see if we can have an experience. And that's what life comes down to. It's about experiences.
Right.
Down the line, I don't know. I mean, I've thought about it. I think I would definitely like to take more of a psychological or parapsychological approach to the paranormal.
Parapsychology?
Yeah. Maybe if there's a group that ever starts here in the area, I could be sort of like the advisor, like Giles was with Buffy.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to get the glasses, and you got to wear the librarian suit and everything. For
Right,
that.
exactly. Gonna have to, is it like a tweed jacket? Or
There are tweeds.
Something with like suede padding here.
Yeah, but you know what? Do you still get offers to do like shows or anything like that? Do you get approached to do anything at all or lately?
Yeah, I mean, I recall, a few years back, I was actually approached by a production crew that wanted me to go and investigate creatures, so like Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot type stuff. I never really took the time to offer it, and plus back then I didn't feel in a healthy spot. At the same time too, the creature cases never were my fascination, so I felt like it'd be wrong for me to jump on that opportunity but not have the passion for it, and it would probably show that I would just not be into it. Now, don't get me wrong, if somebody wanted to do a show where we're doing,
So really quick, I am seeing some of the chat. You can find me on Instagram, Dust Productions. I think it's still Dust Productions. I deleted my other account. Let me check. You'll see my logo. Yeah, it's under Dust Productions. I'll make another Gmail account where people can actually message me stuff. But yeah, for now, you can find me on Insta.
Testing for psychic phenomena, where we try to redo the Gonsfeld experiment and try different types of those variations. I would be so gung-ho for that. I mean, that was the one thing I loved when we were doing events. I got a chance to experiment with binaural beats and putting people into different rooms and having them try to send some sort of image psychically, and then interviewing the other person and seeing what the hit ratio was. And there were times that I was really surprised with what happened. So that's kind of where I'm at in life.
That sounds like it would be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and some other offers that come in, but it's nothing worth talking about. It's like I said, we'll see. Maybe something will happen.
What was the scariest case that you ever worked on or off camera? Like maybe an investigation where it literally, like, you were like so scared, you're like, I don't know if I want to be here right now. Like that kind of scared.
Sure. I mean, it's weird. When I joined the group, I was an agnostic, borderline atheist, and I, despite that, like any case that dealt with demonic activity, always kind of put me on edge. It was almost like, even though I'm not fully going to be like, oh, this stuff doesn't exist, or at the same time, too, being like, oh my God, demons are real, I got to be careful. But I was still always cautious. In the few investigations that we did, there was one where this couple, the woman was getting scratched and stuff like that. Always, I didn't want to take anything back with me. And that's the thing that sucks, too, in a way. When you're doing these investigations, you always have to remind yourself, you get to leave at the end of the week, at the end of the weekend, you get to go back home where you're not going to be really affected. Now, that clientele, you can tell them some advice. You can try to do something like bless the house, but you're not going to be sure that a month later they're going to be conflicted again. One investigation I remember we were affected by, at least I was affected by the most at that time, was it was up in Maine, and it was the case where dogs were mysteriously being.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was freaky too, because after the investigation was done, we found out that Xander somehow ended up in outside, and then we had a pool cover over the pool, and he was in the middle of the pool cover. And I mean, if he was to like sort of panic and sink, that pool cover would have enveloped him, and he'd be drowned. And then Chip was telling us how his dogs got into this massive fight after that. So it's like, when stuff like that happens, you're now thinking like, man, if I go on another investigation that deals with something really negative, it's just going to be worse. I remember after my very first investigation too with the group, before the show, I was like, okay guys, so my very first investigation seems like it dealt with demonic activity. Kind of sucks. Not something that a trainee or a newbie would want to be thrown into.
Right.
What should I do? And Elfie, God bless her, she was like, well, you can always take some salt and, you put it on, the edge of your doorway, and you kind of sort of think as you're doing this, like nothing negative is allowed to enter the space. And I remember going like, salt? No. Sure enough, that night when we pulled in, I was like, all right, I'm going to get some salt. That was a precautionary sake. I'm not going to tempt things. I'm not going to be like one of those guys like, whatever, you can come at me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I took her advice to heart. I did it. And, anytime like we've done an investigation, I at the end of the night, I would just be like, as much as I can be aware about it, I'd just say like, thank you to the higher ups, the universe, for this investigation. Please watch over my friends, my loved ones, my family, and make sure everyone's okay. And
I think a lot of people do that.
To this day, that works or that worked, but I've been safe.
Well, I mean, you haven't really been attacked on an investigation, have you?
I have not. No, I mean, physically, never have had an attack done. Scratches.
The penitentiary one where you were down in the basement laying there and doing something to you.
I don't remember. I mean,
so Melissa, she went off screen for a while, mostly because at that time she felt weird being on camera, but she wanted to be there and support Serge. And she does come back on camera, and we are going to watch a little bit more of this, and I'm going to show one more thing, and I'm going to drop the link, because yeah.
Wait, is that the Darkness Falls episode?
The Darkness Falls, yeah.
I thought you were laying down somewhere in like some table. It's hard to remember.
It is hard to remember. It might have.
It's been a while since I've seen the episode too.
Yeah, me too. Hey, don't get me wrong.
That was a few times I saw where they actually had to bleep.
What, me? I mean, like,
you were bleep. Get out of here.
I mean, that's the thing. See, I wasn't really attacked at that moment.
You were probably just creeped out.
It was, yeah, exactly. Your mind starts playing tricks on you.
I would be too.
But now, like, I'm looking. I love alien research. I love UFO research, and I always thought about it. Okay, put myself in the perspective of the person that was the victim in that situation. If I confronted an alien in real life, and even not even an alien, like maybe even a ghost or a demon, how much would my life change from that point on? I know I would be a completely different person. I'm sure, like, maybe I would be a little bit more standoffish. Maybe I would be a little bit more silent, like, and reserved with people. I don't want that in my life. Like, I think the experience and the fascination of it is there in my bones. But at the end of the day, my heart's like, are you kidding me? If I was to get abducted suddenly and then brought back here, I would not be the same way with the children or Melissa. Suddenly,
Right.
They'd be like, why is Sergey's putting tinfoil hats on everybody? We just have to like love him for who he is now.
Which actually brings up a point. Melissa caught some UFO footage that she showed me. Yeah, come on over.
Yeah, because ironically enough, this is.
I don't know if she shows it or if I show it. Oh yeah.
When she showed this to me, and it's weird because normally
we were out in the middle of nowhere watching the sky too. So
and it's weird because she pulls this stunt where she's like, I have some stuff to show. And normally when I'm at an event or something, and somebody's like
orbs.
Right.
He's like, I captured something paranormal on camera. Do you want to see? I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
We'll watch this and go a little further. I got one other thing that I'm going to show, and then I'm going to reluctantly. I'm going to drop the link, even though maybe I shouldn't tonight, but.
Show me dust or something.
Yeah. It's like the part of like, oh, that's interesting, but it could be this.
Right.
To tell that this doesn't exist anymore, and
so then I showed him some footage that was.
It was.
He was like, but what is it?
Yeah. Yeah, and then the footage she showed me, I was like, oh, and then it was like, again, like this, being the skeptic that I am, everything's running in my mind, even the most illogical things. I was like, all right, would she have grabbed a computer, generated this orb flying around, this lights that are in the sky? Could she have done that? Okay, no, that doesn't seem practical. Doesn't seem right. All right, what's next? Could it be a plane? No, that doesn't seem right either. Could it be a satellite? Okay, no, it's too bright. And yeah.
I did the same thing. When you showed me the footage, I blew it up. I'm like, all right, I'm going to figure this out. And I'm like, no, not a plane. No, not a satellite. No, not a star. It's
two.
Yeah.
One is the green light, and you just kind of shoot straight up. No, that one's not as good. It's just because it's so quick.
Yeah.
But the other lights that are like interacting with each other all over the sky. I mean, how do you what would that even be? There was a busy road that ran behind where my back porch was, but just looking up, I'd be on my back porch unwinding after work, and both of the footage that I got, it was in the same place, just different nights. I can't for the life of me think of what those would be, and I think you said you might even show that footage.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm going to show it. Like, guys, really quick, I'll show the footage right here.
This is several red lights going kind of in tandem with each other in the sky. Once one, just so here comes the other one.
Yeah, right there.
This is the same spot I found my green UFO.
Who knows what that is?
They get too close to each other sometimes to be planes, so there's another one too. There's a third. Look, these red lights.
There's some up there.
You see the one right now. There's another one right behind it. Yep. And it's just sitting there flickering. It's not a plane. There are two strange planes. This is the same spot I shot footage of the green UFO that hovered and then shot straight up. They're gone. Just disappeared from thin air.
That's pretty cool.
Sergey, you guys did an episode where...
All right, well, listen, guys. We can react to the rest of this interview later. The first part of the interview was really important. There is a part 2. It's the same interview. I broke it up into 2 parts because we were talking forever. I'll react to the rest of this later because of shit that's fucking happened. I do want to show one more thing. Okay.
Every time Ryan posts.
All right, so Melissa had come up on one of my live streams that has since been deleted. Well, I put my OBS on there. That was not cool. All right. It didn't really show any info. All right. Melissa came up on one of my past live streams and she was talking about Ryan and some things, you know, she was giving her thoughts. This live stream has since been deleted because there was other crazy stuff that happened, but I want to show this, and then we're going to drop the link.
Every time Ryan posts something, just seeing these, he's all excited about this younger generation that's following him. And I always feel really bad because it's like, oh, he's letting these sheep into the paddock, you know? History seems to be repeating itself, which is terrifying.
Yeah, it can be triggering for some people who lived through it before. Yeah.
Well, yeah, not only that, but you know, there's also been rumors on this tour that things weren't getting paid and stuff. I'm like, oh no, here we go. I mean, like I said, those are rumors. So I have no idea. I have no idea if he's actually sober. I mean, I'm like you. I hope he is. But so many people, including Tesla, seems to think this is about attacking someone who had an addiction problem. That's not the case at all. It's not about he was an addict. It's about he didn't take the proper steps, and he still hasn't. And he, you know, he did a lot of things that are unaccounted for, and that's not right. He's got a whole crew of younger followers now that think he's great, but it's like, do you not remember? Do you not know this is a man who lied about cancer? This is a man who stole tens of thousands of dollars from his fans. This is a man who did other unspeakable things. And, you know, it doesn't seem like much has changed. I mean, for example, this is someone who's charging $50 for a $9 book. And then you also have to pay shipping and handling, and who knows when you'll get it. You might have to wait for 2 months. And why? Because he may have scribbled his name in it. I have news. It's probably a stamp or an assistant doing it. It's definitely not worth that. Like, I'm just seeing him squeeze all the life out of his fans that he has now, and it is triggering. It's a good word that you use. That's exactly it. I'm like, remember like Jodie Foster in Silence of the Lambs? She's like, if I can only save one. That's kind of how I feel. Like, if I can just save one of these sheep from falling into those clutches, it would be wonderful, because he is not a good person to follow.
Yeah, I would. Now, this was a former friend of Ryan, you know, Sergey's wife. Concur. All right. Sorry. I'm just. We'll talk later.
No, I know what you're thinking. There's things you wish I would say about other things, but it doesn't only affect me. It affects like my husband. So I don't want to.
I'm not thinking that.
I feel like you are.
So that is what Melissa occasionally she'll, you know, it'll come up like I know things that have been told to me that I don't talk about publicly, because it's not my story to tell. And it's not just with Serge and Melissa, it's with other people as well. You know, I just don't talk about it. It would be crazy if they came forward, or if someone else came forward with something, you know, on maybe some other people that you know, on some other people, other topics. It'd be crazy if it came out. But like, yes, I have been told stuff, and I have evidence of stuff that I'm not going to be the one to put it out. I'm not going to be the one to put it out, because it's not my story. You know? There will be a day. You know, that's what I'm told. And I don't push it. And this isn't me pushing Serge and Melissa now. Like, no, dude, like, don't talk about it unless you're ready. It's your experience, it's your trauma, it's for all I know, maybe they won't speak out publicly. Maybe maybe something. I doubt this will happen, but maybe they'll talk to Ryan in private. Who knows? I don't see that happening, by the way, but you know, I have been wrong before. I'm not with them, but I'm just thinking about everything that happened tonight. Like I'm sure you and I will talk later about that, and it'll be like, you know, like when we have our little conversations, you know, like I enjoy those, you know.
Absolutely.
So, but no, I would never, like, you know, that I would never force anyone to say anything. So, like I said, there's that line. I don't cross it. I'll go up to it, but I don't cross it, you know. So
no, and I'll say it now. You know, there's a lot I have on Ryan that I would love to share, and it's not necessarily because I'm afraid of him, or I'm not saying it because I'm afraid I'd be blackballed from the paranormal. I'm not trying to be in the paranormal community. I don't want to be on TV. That is not my goal. The reason I'm not seeing all the information I have, or at least not yet, is simply because it does affect people close to me, and I'm trying to be tactful about it.
Yep, and that's fine, and I get it. You know, I get it, so it's all good. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that talks to me. A lot of people have talked to me behind the scenes, and if they say don't say this, don't say that, I don't say it. You know, it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's always just a matter of time before someone like me strikes a nerve with somebody who decides to leave, you know, a comment on a video.
And I do want to thank you also for touching on the Chad Kalick video, which I don't have a problem with Chad. I thought it was cool that Chad was doing.
Okay, so I will give context here. So Chad Kalick, who was on Paranormal State, interviewed Ryan, and it was brought up why he faked having cancer. Melissa left a comment on said interview explaining why he faked having cancer, and Chad deleted that comment. Now, why would Ryan fake it? Well, because Serge left, and from what I'm told, this is what I'm told, Serge left, and Ryan had to think of something to make Serge come back. Allegedly. That's what Serge has told me. That's what Melissa told me. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe them. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't.
Let's get the truth out type of video.
I for one, believe them. But
what I did have a problem with was that particular question where homeboy then lied, and I tried to set the record straight, and I thought that Chad would be appreciative of that. And I got basically censored. Yeah. So it was very odd.
Yep. So yeah, of course I'm gonna have to call something like that out. And you know, that's what happens when you leave me on red, you know. Because I did reach out to Chad for a statement. He never responded. I wonder why. Leave me on red, okay. I'm gonna roll with what I got.
And I'm almost wondering, you know, sometimes did he actually leave you on red, or did he like peek and see? You know how you can see like a partial bit sometimes with like notifications. Like, who knows? I don't know.
No,
I would like to believe that he is really seeking the truth, but we'll see. And who knows? He might read it 2 weeks from now and be like, "Oh man, I didn't see this. Hey, let me talk to you."
I think he read. You never know. Shit. He read that shit, left me on red. Was like, "Fuck that! I ain't going near." It's like, I know. I've been watching Dust. Fuck no, I ain't doing that shit. So it's all right. It's fine. Maybe they will now. Probably not.
But the cool thing is you are doing what you set out to do, and that is getting under their skin, exposing the truth, because why else would people be getting so defensive and so uncomfortable? I mean, like Tessa said, oh, you make your shitty little videos. Well, you're obviously really upset by this shitty little video. So, I mean, she's right.
Apparently, some debunkers and YouTubers get upset over my shitty little channel, too.
And big old paragraphs, too. She's as long-winded as Ryan. So.
I mean, look, listen, if John Zappis is saying this.
I know you're there to cause problems, dude. I know.
And like when John Zappis sees me in the chat on a live and
there goes Dust. He's been after me for the longest time.
I mean, come on.
I love John Zappis. He is the GOAT.
I do love John. He's cool. All right. So we're going to drop the link. It's link drop time. All right. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. Dealing with trolls. Hang on, I'm getting set up to drop the link. So, all right, the link drop is literally down. Now we are going to stay on topic with this. We're going to talk about the Ryan stuff and this and that. We're not going to talk about the SEG thing that happened. You'll get clapped. So the link has been dropped. I'm gonna play a song. No one comes up. It's the end of the stream, and I'd actually be fine with that. The link has been dropped.
Come get the smoke! Come get the smoke! Come
Oh, I forgot. We're not supposed to say this.
get the smoke! The link has dropped! Welcome to the Dusty Dome! Come get the smoke! Come get the smoke! Come get the smoke! Come get the smoke! Dust Devils in the house tonight! Come get the smoke! The link has dropped! Come get the smoke! The link has dropped! Who's ready? We're ready! Who's watching? We're watching! Where we at? The Dusty Dome! Come get the smoke! Come get the smoke! Come get the smoke! Come get the smoke! Dust Devils in the house tonight! Come get the smoke! The link has dropped! Come get the smoke! The link has dropped! Click that link! Don't stop! Join the stream! Don't stop! Click that link! Don't stop! Join the team! Come get the smoke! Come get the smoke! The link has dropped! The link has dropped! The link has dropped! Dust Devils! Dust Devils! Welcome to the Dusty Dome!
Yep, I did. I took my meds at an hour ago. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, come get the smoke. Come get the smoke. No one has clicked my link. Okay. Well, no one has clicked my link for a few reasons. One, probably because I went off on SEG, and apparently other people are upset, and some people are probably afraid, and some people know that I feel like shit, and they know that I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here. But if someone feels so inclined enough that they want to click my link, I am still offering. I'm going to give it just a minute. We do have someone that clicked the link. Let's see who it is. The link has dropped. T-Bags, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I gotta get to my StreamYard thing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome T-Bags.
Hi, my friend.
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Oh, it's been a wild night.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I feel like shit, but is what it is.
I believe it. Believe it.
Yeah, you know, people see, here's the thing. People know that it's the Wild West over here on this channel. But the one thing is, especially after someone like maybe Boo was saying like, hey, you know, you guys should watch your chat and make sure people are staying on topic. We're starting to do that now, and now all of a sudden that's a fucking problem.
Well, I think it's worth remembering for everybody, creator and viewer alike, right? We're all here voluntarily. This is your house. You made house rules. The mods enforce them, and they are what they are. They can click off at any time. I don't like people to leave. I love all of you. I'm glad that you're here, but they are what they are, and it is your house.
Yeah, like, it don't fucking matter. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are, you know, like, if you're gonna fucking say shit, like, and I did reach out to Sega. I was like, yo, like, I want to get a statement because of the Stevi thing. And then I did message him back. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not going to cover this Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to cover Ryan. Literally, I told him that. So for him to come in here and try to force the issue, he knows I'm going to talk about it. And I'm assuming everyone wants me to talk about it. And eventually that will come, but it's just not right now. I've been gone for a while. I need to catch up. I need to talk about things that I've been wanting to talk about, you know, and just people don't get that. We stay on topic on this channel. You know, if you're threatening, if you're making threats or doxing, or if you're not on topic, you're going to get clapped.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to talk about flying purple people eaters, you can do that, and they can wait till the topic they want to listen to comes up. That's entirely up to them. I mean, you cover a wide range of topics, and they can pick and choose anything they want to listen to. So, you know, just because today is not the topic of their choice doesn't mean tomorrow won't be. Well, not tomorrow, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. You know,
listen, you know, if they want to be mad, they can be mad over there. Okay. It's not on you to cater to him or them or whoever. You do what you want on your channel, and we'll be here, whatever you need to listen.
Right. That's kind of why I blew up. I'm like, dude, like, I know, like, all the YouTube creators watching me, you know, like, stay on topic. You don't want people going off topic on your stream and derailing your stream. What happened tonight was fucking bullshit.
It was.
And yeah. I don't care. I don't fucking care how big Seg's channel is. I don't fucking care how, and I like Beardo. I'm friends with him. I don't fucking care how big his channel is. I don't fucking care how big Jason Hawes' channel is. I don't fucking care how big anyone's fucking channel is. All right? You're going to follow the fucking rules on my channel, or you're going to get clapped. That's the fucking rule.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same thing I tell my other friends. Don't apologize for it. It's your house. We all were invited into your house. We all know where the door is, you know? Like I said, I love everybody. I'm glad that y'all are here, but never apologize for the rules of your house. And I'm happy to say that on stream, publicly, out in the world, doesn't matter. It's your house. Don't apologize for it.
Yeah, the stream would have been a lot better if any of that bullshit didn't happen. However, if everyone did enjoy the interview I was doing with Serge, if you guys wanna, if one of the mods wants to post my main channel, That's where the interview is. It's not on Dust Paranormal. It's on my main channel. And if you guys want, I can finish reacting to it another time, and maybe we can watch the other one. The other one isn't as long. So, you know, if you guys want, we'll see. I got lots of other topics I want to talk about, and apparently some more that are popping up just tonight that are definitely going to be on the list, but we'll see. It's not next on the list, I can tell you that. So
yeah, I'm so sorry that happened to you, but you and I have both been in radio. It's what happened. Live happens. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of the things that unfortunately we bump into occasionally.
you know, it's funny. All of these sock accounts and troll accounts want to frickin' say shit in my chat and in other people's chat. But over here, I drop the motherfucking link and they don't fucking click it because no, why on earth would they do that?
Well, correct. They have a lot to say on the keyboards. They don't seem to want to say it to you personally. I don't think there's an argument there. You're the only one who does that I know of on this side. I don't recall any other paranormal channel doing it. You know, if you can fight in the chat, you can certainly click the link.
Yeah.
You know?
So, literally, someone from the Power Ranger community, Brent Pham,
okay, I might have left something out of context.
he would definitely call them keyboard warriors. And of course, the keyboard warriors would definitely say,
okay, so what?
You know, and I'm sure Seg is right now thinking,
how dare you speak to me that way?
Well, yes.
Whatever.
Yeah, you know, those sound clips are like some of my favorites. Like, he just can't. He's funny. they are, and they sort of work in anything. So yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but I love those.
Yeah, you know, maybe some people that just
Jesus Christ, come on, get a grip.
You know, Seg, you just need to get a grip. You know, and thank God some people. I bet people are gonna fucking definitely run with this. You know, some people are watching the stream going, "Oh my God," and there's
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Like there's gonna be content about it, I'm sure. So.
I think you have another sound clip on your board that's quite appropriate. That starts with, "You know, I know I'm close with you."
Oh yeah.
Hit it.
I gotta find it because I barely use this thing anymore. I gotta start using my soundboard more again. So T-Bex is talking about this.
And the reason why people ain't fucking with you is because you are a liar.
Some people might say that about Chris, allegedly. Definitely using stuff out of context from my Discord. You know, so all I gotta say to that is,
you's a bitch.
So whatever.
That's amazing. All I would say to Chris, you know, is I got some good advice from my friend Florio. So anyone who's thinking about doing this, a podcast, anybody, you can talk about anything you want, but you gotta sound good. That did not sound good. Like, it did not.
Yeah. People just get so upset when I talk about them. Like, they just want to do this, like Rican Ranger did.
Because you got my name in your mouth, you fucking clown!
Oh, I heard that's what Stag is saying right now or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, who cares?
It's fine.
You know, he's upset that you didn't turn your show over to him. And that is what it is. It's okay. You don't have to. And again, do not apologize for it.
Look, guys, I'm just like J Station, all right?
I have been just regular person.
All right, I'm not a big YouTuber like I mean, I don't care that I don't care, like, just because someone that has more subscribers than me is in my fucking chat, like, that doesn't mean I'm gonna cater to them. I mean,
who fucking cares, bitch?
So, I mean, if it's relevant to the topic, it is, like, fine, but at that moment, and Seg, maybe he doesn't realize that there were people before him that were literally fucking, like, going off topic. The whole fucking chat was off topic. I was trying to ignore it, hoping it would go back, and it didn't, so I just had enough of that shit. And maybe Seg was the one that fucking caught the smoke, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, so I know there were some questions about whether, because you had reached out to Seg for a statement, and Stevie too, and you and I have talked about this. I also have to do that kind of thing. It's the right and proper thing to do. So if you're going to reach out to one side, you have to reach out to the other side. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but like with you and me, that's something we have to do. But if he thought that was an invitation to jump up here,
no. Well, of course, Flower says, since you asked for a statement, he probably planned to come here and recap. Well, I told him, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to talk about it.
I don't know you said that.
I don't think I'm going to talk about it. I think I'm going to talk about Ryan instead. And, and in his live chat, or in his stream, he said, he doesn't want to kick off World War III. Dude, you freaking just kind of did. Well, maybe not. But I don't know. I told you I wasn't going to cover that shit tonight. So, I don't know. All right. Yeah, it did blow up worse when Seg entered and Jeff and 3 sock accounts. People just start getting timed out. Look, people have fucking literally deleted my fucking chats, and I don't fucking say nothing or bitch or get butthurt. I'm like, okay, cool, it's your channel.
So here's, I'm gonna, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna address what Boo said. Because I like Boo. I like Boo Productions. I think Boo and Dana, Jeff and Dana are great. But, he was the originator of the mods need to, do better.
Yeah.
He, and I feel bad saying this, but, I can't preach one thing and do another. We did our job. Loud. We were loud. And just because he missed it or came in later or whatever, he made a statement that it was only when Seg started talking that we cared. No, we cared.
No.
We were very, very loud.
That's fucking bullshit. Boo, go back and fucking watch. Like, there were other people in the fucking chat, and I stopped my stream before Seg even showed up. I stopped my stream a few times and said no, and I even clapped someone myself for not being on topic. So go back and look, because if any fucking YouTuber wants to do a fucking live stream and say that I didn't do it until Seg showed up, I'm literally going to do a stream and show every time I did before Seg showed up. And then what?
Yeah, actually, funny story, you timed out my timeout. Like, I timed him out and then you timed it out further. So, which was great, really. Yeah, I was asked, and for them saying that we're always rude and stuff, I didn't feel I was rude. I was asking that guy questions. He didn't even try to answer me. Like, I was just like, okay, well, timeout. That's when I gave him his warning, because I think he was like rude to Vic or something. I don't remember. But I was like, you're done. See you later. And so this was all happening before Seg. I didn't even see Seg until someone addressed him. So for Boo to say that, it was only a problem when Seg entered, I'd like to correct the record publicly. We were all very vocal prior to Seg entering.
Yeah,
the chat.
but that's not the narrative they're going to run with. Yeah, so there
I don't
were
care what they run.
Seg might be thinking that I only did that to him. No, there were fuckers in here saying shit, and I had to stop the stream a few times and tell them stay on topic, and I clapped a few people before Seg even got in here, or before he typed. So if he thinks I only did that to him, he can go back and watch the fucking stream. Of course he's not, and whatever. And maybe I'll have to now do a stream and prove that I fucking timed other people out before him, which I have no fucking problem doing. Whatever, that's fine.
Well, and for them to claim, sorry, motorcycle, hello. For them to claim that we are only one-sided, I'm not going to call out who it was, but one of our own mods timed out one of our friend of the channel. It wasn't fun. It's not comfortable, but we do it. We just don't see it that often. That's all.
Yeah.
So, you know, if there is no hesitation to time out people that are friends, other creators. You just don't see it as often. So, you know, it is what it is. But it did happen tonight. So that argument is invalid on its face.
You know, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I literally will talk about things, say things that will literally, like, I know it'll hurt my channel, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That happened tonight. So,
I mean, they can say whatever they want. We can sleep at night. It's fine. You know, I don't personally care what they have to say over there. They're mad. That's fine. I can only control what happens in here. And you know, same with the rest of the mods. I'm in Dust's house. I function in Dust's house. What happens outside of your house, fuck 'em, you know, whatever.
yeah, I'm assuming that we're going to have a lot of troll accounts for a while. So we're just going to have to be on the chat for a while, you know. This is probably going to happen more than once, and just when we see people off topic, we're not even going to respond to you. You're just going to, your shit's going to get deleted if you keep doing it. We're going to time you out. If you get timed out enough times, you're going to get hidden from the channel. Stay on topic. You know, that's one of the rules.
Especially your platform. You know, you don't just cover one topic or two topics. You have several topics to cover.
Yeah, this isn't like, so Seg streams are way fucking different, where like people just ask him questions and he goes from topic to topic within a few minutes. I don't do that. I don't. You stay on topic, or your shit's gonna get deleted out the fucking chat. You bitch and cry, you're gonna get fucking timed out. I'm the one that fucking timed out Seg. So it wasn't any of the mods. I timed out Seg.
Yeah. I think it's worth mentioning too, you know, I'm trying to find a decent way to say this, but because it was mentioned in the chat, I'm going to address it. It's not this group here, but for the trolls or the lurkers, whoever you are out there that are asking, what does this channel contribute? It's called checks and balances. That's what it contributes. If you don't know what that is, I suggest you look it up. But Dust would be the balance. Checking your nonsense. So that's my PSA to the trolls and the lurkers that said that what does Dust Channel or Dust Productions or Dust Paranormal contribute? He checks your crap. So that is how that works. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, people are just going to go ahead and just say this about me.
My hair is awful.
Yeah, maybe I am. Whatever. Don't watch. Like,
Just see your way out. Bye.
Right? Oh, God. Poor Seg came into the chat and literally...
Did you really hit me with that?
Yo.
That's like when you miss the castle, my friend. You just fell down the hole. That's amazing. You're welcome to use that anytime.
Right. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna shut this down. Everyone that is in my Discord, I will probably be in voice chat for a little bit. I need to eat something because I took my meds and didn't eat, and that's why I'm all fucked right now. But anyways, he should not have expected the topic to be him, because I literally told him in the fucking message that I sent, well, thank you. I was like, I think I said thanks or whatever. I'm like, well, I don't think I'm going to talk about this on my next stream. I'm going to talk about Ryan. So he can't say that. But whatever, that's fine. Thank you, T-Bex, for coming up.
Anytime.
And thank you, everyone, for watching. Here, let me remove the thing here. All right, thanks, T-Bex.
Bye.
Take care. All right. Give me a second, guys. Well, this has been a fucked night. All right, guys. For everyone that's in my Discord, I will be in there. I'm going to eat something first and then I'll be in. So probably within 20 minutes or so. Thank you to everyone who super chatted. Thank you to all the new members. Thank you to everyone who watched. I appreciate you all. I will stream again, probably next week. I don't know when, but I will. Don't know what the topic is going to be yet, because I got a huge list. So we do have that. The merch store, go to dustparanormal.com to get your merch. At the end of the month, it's all going to be gone. Thank you all. Have a wonderful night. And we'll see you guys next time.
When the rumors start flying and the clips get cut, somebody twists the story, leaves the truth in the dust. You hear wings overhead, then a monkey drops in, looking totally clueless with a crooked little grin. Dust Devil laughs. Here comes Doug. Scratch starts cackling. He's fired up. Boot floats over. Who are we chasing? Fan Owl sighs. The irrelevant ones again. Doug flies in whenever the nonsense begins. When somebody's reaching or stretching the facts, he's the first one arriving, even if he doesn't know why. The Dust Devil crew is ready to roll, and Doug somehow always steals the show. Dust Devil. Doug. Did you even hear what happened? No. We know.